welcome everyone.
Oh. Why do you always do that?
I waited until after you spoke so that I was the first.
Oh, well, I was hoping you'd do it while I was making a really good point, but I guess not.
Hi everyone, welcome to Court of Corvids. My name is Jake, I am the GM. I go by he, him. I will be playing a bunch of different characters, so pay attention. Tonight,
How many?
Tonight, maybe like 3. Okay. I don't think there's going to be a lot of characters tonight. I think there's going to be a lot of...
It's because they learned their lesson to stay away. Else we'll mess them up.
And I mean, I don't count like things that are going to kill you as characters.
Oh, okay.
So like monsters and stuff like that.
Right.
Monster is a short fall for some of us.
Just a short fall.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's go around the table. Let's start with Krug.
Hi, my name is Moss, the Magnificent. I cast magic spells. I'm really into myself. My name's Krug, playing Krug Claudel, the human monk. Both of us.
The character.
The character. Not. I said Moss, the Magnificent
well, with the
specifically.
amount of times that Jake calls Molly Moss on
The
accident,
line is thinner than for
But
some.
would I ever accidentally say Moss and then follow it up with the Magnificent?
I guess it's not like.
I mean,
wouldn't we all?
Molly the
it's
Magnificent has just as fine a
Kind
rank.
of rolls off the tongue, actually.
It's easier than
That's
if
not
we were
what
talking
happened.
about you, because your character's name is your name.
Right.
Krug the Crucial.
Close.
Couldn't do it without you, bud.
Thanks. Both of us, he, him. Man, what was I? Check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/QueueTimes main.
We're on it right now.
Oh shoot, that's not even a good thing to say anymore.
Check out our Twitch.
Check out this place that you occupy
Go to our
currently.
YouTube channel.
Go to
If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Also hit the like button. I don't know if there's a like button on my
All on this thing.
but
Click a bell if you find one.
leave a comment down below. It's actually a chat message.
I put a poll up. Let me know if I should TPK them before or during the break. So yeah.
I voted
During
for
the
on
break.
the break. We're in a good thing right
Why
now. We
not
don't
after
need
the
that.
break? Why would they want you to do it during the break?
Well,
I mean, hey, 2/3
You
of
come
people
back,
do.
none
but
of the players are at the table. It's just the GM describing the silence.
Yes, I have killed everyone. They're in the other room making their new characters, and they're having a 0 session later. So we'll sit here and talk about what we could project what they might be making. That's what I would just do.
I think you should move on to somebody else. I have nothing to say.
Are you done?
I have
we don't know
nothing
if
to
you're
say.
done.
What about Game Gorgon? Did you say it?
I mean, it's the YouTube channel. We're here. There's a show called Gangor where we talk about Pathfinder. We need to record some.
This weekend, hopefully, because
hopefully.
I finally, after 2 days of having Paizo download issues, where every time I would download the Guns and Gear book, it would download a zip file that was empty.
Cool.
That's
Nice.
scary. That's like a creepypasta.
Yeah, I was like,
Hey, Paizo, I'm a web developer.
I don't think you want to deal with that back end.
I'll gladly do it. I can write it from scratch faster than anyone could fix the existing thing. I honestly bet you $1,000.
Oh shit! Who's got $1,000?
I'm calling you out. Literally calling you out.
Okay, I mean, I know Paizo is looking to hire people, so maybe that's a thing. But I have Gears and Guns now, or Guns and Gears. I don't remember if it's Gears and Guns or Guns and Gears.
You know what? I think during the Game Gorgon episode, we should alternate frequently.
Oh, we will. I guarantee. You know what? Better yet, one of us should stick to Gears and Guns,
Yeah!
and the other one Guns and Gears.
That'll
Get
make you
so
mad.
many hot comments.
Oh yeah, because 90% of the comments will be like, Jake's got it wrong! Why does he keep doing that? And it's like, well, it's intentional.
Isn't that like there's a trick to getting Twitter engagement and it's to have typos?
It's the same thing on.
I mean, I have typos constantly, but that's just because I'm terrible
And you're
at
like,
writing.
no one's engaging.
I think
with
it's
my-
not constantly. I think there's like a specific rhythm. It's the same thing with Stack Overflow. Instead of asking a question, you ask a question and then go to a second account and post the wrong answer, and then 1,000 people will correct it.
Oh,
Pro
that's
tip.
brilliant.
That's
Pro
pretty good.
tip.
Why haven't we ever done that?
I don't know.
Wow, if you know all this information, where are you?
I'm
Where are you at?
right here.
Hello, I'm William, they, them, and I'm playing Remy Ashwillow, the Goblin Dampier fighter, also they, them, and someone's having a party.
All of a sudden, someone has decided to have a party.
That's great. That's really loud.
That's really loud. It must be super loud.
Can you hear that on YouTube?
I have no idea.
Probably not.
I'm asking the people
Oh, okay.
that are.
I'll go stand by the
Oh, I don't
door.
know.
You might hear it.
Anyway, Let's see. I did my introduction. I said my character's name. They're super cool. Also kind of a detective, but not like officially. Not spect, but
detector.
Detector.
The detector.
Yeah, and Jonas and I are in a band called Glass Beach. Whoa, the music cut right when you lifted that up.
Could you tell?
They can't hear it, by the way.
No music could compare to Glass Beach. So when you even mentioned the name Glass Beach, all music pales in comparison.
Wow, that was good.
But we are in a band called Glass Beach.
We charge them for that.
we are going to be going on a tour at the start of November. Our first show is going to be in LA on November 7th, and we're going to do the rest of it. You're putting your fingers up to the sky because you're going to be there. Yep, great.
Party.
And the rest of it is going to be throughout November, ending in Denver, Colorado on December 4th. Nice. That's the final show. Speaking of Denver, Colorado, the venue just changed. So, and it was not in pre-sale before, but it now is in pre-sale. So the ticket link is along with everything else. If you go to our pinned tweet on Twitter @GlassBeachBand, there's a link to all of the tickets. So for every city we're playing, you can click the link and you can get some tickets. They're pretty cheap. It's like $15 most places, because we're not like huge, and so we're trying to keep our ticket costs down as well.
Wait, November 7th?
November 7th.
That's a Sunday.
Yes, it is.
It's a Sunday.
Yeah, our show's on a Sunday.
I mean,
so we need you.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be there, but it was just I literally was like, wait, we start.
That was louder before they turned it down.
And they turned it down. They were like, they were watching the stream. They're like, oh shoot.
That's too much.
Yeah, so tour, and that's the only other thing I can think of. Except I just got this new hat, and it just came in the mail.
It's a bomb with a leaf on it.
Bomb with a leaf on it. But it's Jiraiya merch. That's a friend of ours who is also a very, very good musician. Was on our remix album, Alchemist Rats Beg Bashful remixes, and he's really great. I just want to give him a little plug. Check out Jiraiya, JHARIAH.
I did a little bit of bass featuring on his song. I almost just said Money Machine, which is a 100 gig song.
Debt Collector.
Debt Collector, thank you.
Yeah.
I went to Money.
Money Machine helped me because I was like, which one was
Debt
it?
Collector. So you'll hear some of my bass on there as well.
Yeah, Jiraiya's very, very, very good.
Very good.
I'm done now.
My name is Jonas. Jonas Newhouse, pronouns they, them, or she, her. And I play Robin Ashwillow. Robin Way. Yeah. I was like...
Robin Way, Ashwillow, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ashwillow. The chameleon gnome Dampier druid, storm druid, who loves her dog, and I'm also in the band Glass Beach with William, and I second all the stuff that they said. Check out Jiraiya. Come see us on tour. It's gonna be very, very fun. Yeah, I have nothing else to say except for I rolled a 31 on the die. I have a 31-sided die, Jake.
That would have been really bad if it was a 100-sided die. Just saying, because we don't know what the max is.
Oh, it was.
Let's see. Do I have anything else to talk about? We talked about Game Gorgon. Oh, duh. Oh my God. So,
right, the announcement.
We have an announcement. We actually have a confirmed date for when Parliament of Owls is returning.
Yeah.
November 5th. So that's going to be Friday, right before the Glass Beach band goes on tour.
You can watch it, party the next day because it was so great, and then still sleep in and get to a concert.
Yeah.
Boom.
November 5th, huh?
Yeah.
I am going to that, the Hayao Miyazaki museum thing at the Academy Museum?
No.
You know about this?
No.
It's the first time they're ever having Hayao Miyazaki's stuff featured outside of Japan.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's at the Academy Museum right now through mid-November or something.
Nice.
And I got tickets for me and Franny for her birthday.
Nice.
And we're going on the 5th.
That's awesome.
But I'm not going to tell you what time we're going. So don't come find me.
Just find them at the Glass Beach band.
Did your brain hit brakes and just be like, wait a second?
I knew, going into it, I knew I wanted to share that much information because I think it's cool.
Okay.
They're going to have
cool.
There's a part of Kiki's delivery service where they're looking up and they're like checking out the clouds. And they're like, oh, what does that cloud remind you of or whatever? And part of the exhibit is they're going to have a grassy, just patch that they are apparently encouraging people to lie down on and look up at these like fake clouds and stuff.
That sounds comfy as hell.
Yeah.
I went to the
pretty
Van
stoked.
Gogh thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll share my opinions about that privately.
Yeah, but what about his use of yellow? Isn't it so good?
So, I mean, not to get deep into it, but I enjoy Van Gogh's artwork. My issue is that it felt like someone else's artwork because it was never any of Van Gogh's full pieces. It was like someone took a YouTube video and did like, look at my remix of all of Van Gogh's artwork and just used his artwork, snipped it out, and put it in other places.
That's weird.
Yeah, and then they put music associated to it, and it was just like, okay, this is someone's art project. This isn't to me. This is a homage to Van Gogh and not a
exhibit.
An exhibit.
It's not like historically
It's like
accurate in any way.
Well, and if they would have done other things other than one room of 360 projections, like, because when you walk in, I said I wasn't going to get into this. Okay, we're going to start the show! Intro video. I hit the button. I hit the button so that I wouldn't continue to talk about my experiences about the Van Gogh. So before we get to the group, we last left them off as the caravan burnt into asunder, and
I did not leave a note.
You did not leave a note, and you all got on to Snowball. And
Yep, we're all
no,
right.
you're on Dogorno and Dog
we're all
on
Dogorno, Dogskate,
are all
Moss, Krug. It's like a stack.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, in
Biggest to smallest.
the animated How the Grinch Stole Christmas with the big. It's.
Wait, no, sorry. You said enough words for Jake, but not for me.
Do you ever see the Grinch?
The big what?
The animated The
I've seen
Grinch
it,
Stole Christmas,
I
how
don't
he
know
takes
what
all
you're
the
talking about.
presents and he's like piling them higher and
Oh,
higher.
sure.
Yeah, that's what we look like.
Yeah,
We look like the gifts in How a Grinch Stole Christmas,
I
the animated
conjured the
version
image.
from a long time ago.
Still distracted by the music. So
Can you hear that? Can you hear that music?
They can't.
they can't. They've already said they can't hear it.
Oh, okay.
They continue on, and I want to say maybe about 2 or 3 hours into the walk, Moss kind of looks over and looks over and goes, I'm not feeling too well.
Oh, you better be gone for like
I need to
about 2.5 hours.
I need to lay down.
Let me maybe I can take your vitals to see what's going on with you, if that's okay.
I guess. This is a horrible Moss.
It's hard to.
I rolled a 3 above average medicine check.
Okay. I mean, she seems a little bit warm. She's a little clammy.
Sure.
And so, which is a little weird.
I would never tell her that.
No, never. You'd be like, you're perfect.
You're fine. The world has maladjusted to you.
Maybe I just need a little bit of time with Clokey.
I think 2 hours or so.
Why didn't you just say that that's what you want to do? You don't got to make an excuse.
No, doctor's orders. I think you should spend some time in Clokey.
Krug, do you mind holding Clokey while I go in there?
As long as I can't hear it, yeah, that's fine.
I know why it doesn't sound like Moss.
Why?
Because you're
Quiet?
asking too much.
Oh.
Krug, take Clokey
Yes,
while
there
I'm
we
in
go.
there.
Correct. You were 100% correct.
You're being too passive.
Molly, we love you. We love your character, and we love you.
Yeah, it's
I just
great.
want to make that abundantly clear.
Is Mom
Krug,
watching?
Krug, take Clokey. I need a little bit of time alone.
All right. Just do not, under any circumstances, allow me to hear anything that happens. I don't care what it
I can't
is.
control that.
Okay,
There we
tell
go.
Clokey that then.
I
great.
mean,
He's
I
tapped in.
don't know how
Moss?
that works either, but
Moss?
still.
Moss?
Look,
Moss.
worst comes to worst, give it to
Moss?
Jake is
Robin.
becoming
Moss?
too powerful. Don't keep it going.
Moss?
He'll become Moss if we go too long.
Moss, I need you to just really quickly, just for my sake, even if you don't have any idea how anything works, just say that you will tell Clokey the thing that I told you to tell him.
Fine.
Thank you.
Clokey's like, I can hear you.
But I can't hear Clokey, so.
But you can when Clokey wants you to hear him.
Yes.
And she adventures into the cloak and the remainder of. Do you get onto Snowball and take the spot? You're gonna let
Walk.
Snowball could use a break.
Herring.
Well,
Also,
Herring's
never
still
come
there.
off. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's less.
Yeah.
It's just one less person.
As I'm walking next to Snowball, though, I do occasionally scratch Snowball's neck.
Sure. I imagine you have some carrots or something.
For the record, absolutely.
Yeah.
If you run out, I find more.
As you all are going through, why don't you all just roll me perceptions? Just kind of.
Don't just kind to us. We know.
We are level 8.
Everything
Look, there is
around us is-
nothing up my sleeve.
Perception is an offensive
Oh, hey,
skill.
this is different now because of levels.
Yes.
It's one different. Unless you took a feat or something.
29.
27?
29, 27.
Mine somehow didn't change. Oh, I see. Okay, it did change. 18.
You all are starting to notice that, and this is actually a very good thing for all of you, that the brush in the trees are getting thicker, which means that this is a less traveled route,
Good.
which is phenomenal, but it does make you a little bit slower because you're going through brush.
Sure.
But you kind of get a moment of, okay, this is good. We're okay. This is fine. Okay. You know? And we're going to leave all of you, and we're gonna bring the audience back over to the caravan. As
Ruh-roh.
as the caravan
Show you what
is just
can you all take your headphones off? I'm sorry.
As the remainders of the caravan are left into just a smoky mess. It charred completely useless vehicle at this time. As if it were a camera, you see suction cup fingers, green hands with red circles on them, run along the caravan and lift up to the sky, and it lets the ashes kind of fall, and a tongue shoots out and comes back into its mouth and looks in the exact direction that all of you are heading. It walks over, picks up a large shotgun, puts it on its shoulder, and starts walking through the tree line.
I don't think that's Bodok. I had a moment. Bodok's got a gun. Or this is some other toad.
Well, I would be worried about that if I knew that it.
Yeah, but we didn't know. So is it back to us?
It's a safe space. I mean, I just feel, it's like we got so far away from all the dangers and.
So I was
It really
thinking,
seems secure.
with the death of us,
Right.
we're
And subsequent new life.
and we're going to have to be, putting on new characters per se. So I think it's agreed that Moss cannot be Fern because Fern is sort of, related to us. I don't remember exactly what our, alternate personas were, but I think this time around, in public at least, or in situations where we don't feel like we are, completely concealed, I think that Krug and I should play lovers.
I mean, if you think that's necessary, but
In order to be the furthest, from...
why would we need to pretend to be people that we're not for people who've never met us before?
But if the person who is trying to find us is going to be looking for us.
And I mean, at the same time, though, babe, wouldn't the furthest thing from a group sense be a group that has no couple in it? Because we do. At least one, arguably.
So you're saying, like, none of us are lovers?
Yeah, or at least like it should. We don't want any we don't want any kind of correlation between like your relationship, our relationship, and any potential false relationship between you and Krug. Because like, if you two, you masquerade as lovers as you do, and you masquerade as lovers in love and having a wonderful time and you get along just well, that's just going to sound like us, right? But so if you are going to do this, I think it's very important that you are not as good of a couple as we are.
So we have to be a bad couple. Or
I think it will be better for the ploy. Yeah.
if you do,
Generally, I don't get too sucked into hypotheticals, but I will say that I don't think it's possible for us to be a bad couple, Remy.
it's true.
I don't
It's
think
not,
that's-
it's
I
not
don't think that's
possible for
realistic.
Krug, Claudel, and Remy Achuelo to be a bad couple, but it is possible for Brug and
So I'm like the
Shimmy.
opposite of Krug.
Yeah. So again, it's very close, babe. You're changing aspects, but it's still. So you said Remy and Shemi.
Shimmy and Brug.
Okay, so if you were to take off the beginning of each of those, right, and just say
Okay.
the rest. So what's your real name, but don't say the first letter, the first
Wait.
sound, okay?
Amy.
And then do the same thing for your fake name. Don't say the beginning, right?
Amy.
So turn your gears, babe. Did you hear? Were you listening as well as you were?
Well, but
speaking?
I will never just be saying it without the first letter.
Okay, we'll do another role playing. Hello, I'm an adventurer hunter, and I'm looking for someone named Krug. What's your name?
My name is Brug.
Can I have a word with you? What went wrong? It's a teachable moment, babe.
My laughter's in character, by the way.
Mine isn't, but
No. Robin's taking this very seriously.
I mean, Remy.
hold on. What went wrong? Well, the thing that went wrong was Brug was suspicious in not immediately going with you when you said, "Can you come with me?"
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
The thing that went wrong was before that.
I think so. That's where I'm thinking. So maybe we'll come back to if you find another problem. That's something we should discuss.
Just
right?
mull it
And,
over,
Okay.
So thinking about what we saw, right? There's, I said hello. I gave my name, right, and then
What was your name?
I'm adventurer hunter.
Oh, that's a good name. Maybe you should be coming up with the names for all of us.
I suppose. Okay. That's not.
Wait, but what
worst
went wrong?
idea.
I missed that part still.
Well, if you're tied up on it, babe, we can spend more time. But if you're willing to just, maybe take a step out of the naming process, I think we can abscond with this whole simulation.
I mean, yeah, I just want to say, though, you're going to have some pretty hefty work ahead of you, because I don't know how much better you can get than, Brug and Shimmy. I had one for you, too.
Oh, really? Okay. Can I hear it, just so I know, what components I might be working with?
Brave of you.
What?
Nothing.
Bobbin.
Did you say Robin?
No, Bobbin.
Did you Bobbin?
Bobbin.
So like Brug, but with my name.
You're right. Maybe I should be Bammy.
I feel like you took a step in the wrong direction there, Remy.
Bammy.
If you insist.
Brug.
No. Can I choose my own name?
Maybe we all choose our own names.
I think that's a
and
great
and we'll
idea.
work together, Remy, on our names together.
I think
'cause
that's a good
we have to
call.
make sure that our names don't sound like a couple, so
Yeah,
I don't
'cause
think
if
that we're a couple.
If it sounds
We
like
should
one
play siblings.
That's good.
That's so far away from a couple.
Have we done that? I feel like we've done that. Have we not done
Siblings
that?
would never do any romantic or sexual things together. So that's like the opposite of us, who do all
who do
sorts
those
of
things, yeah.
romantic and sexual things together.
Maybe why are you?
Need a berry, babe.
I'm, so-
Are you okay?
I'm sorry, what?
Are you okay? You've got a cough in your throat or something. It's been a long day, babe. Do you want to sit down?
No, I'm already sitting on my dog.
Yes, but the dog is pacing, babe. You know how your brain gets the swirlies.
I awkwardly look away, pick up some dirt off the ground, and just start eating it.
I'm definitely saying that this conversation is happening
as we're going.
The walk and talk rule.
Yeah,
The walk
yeah.
and talk
The
rule.
walk and talk rule. It's our house rule.
Now my question is when it gets to darker times, are you all going to try to push yourself to keep going? Are you going to take shifts? Like, what's the plan here?
My initial pitch would just be that like once, like a couple hours before it's gonna get dark, if we can determine that. Is this residual laughter?
A little bit. I just keyed in on the music again.
Yeah, I did a pretty good job tuning it out so far. but-
We haven't been this distracted during a tabletop game by one particular thing since that time someone tapped on the
Tapped
window during Starfinder.
Those
which
were
was like,
good times
Yeah.
that were terrifying as well.
I'm
God.
so glad I don't live there.
There are gifts of that if you have questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I want to like just kind of like scour the area and see if I see any signs off of the path we're taking of other like people around that might bother us, or just like
No,
dangerous wildlife that
you're
might bother
you're
us.
in the thick of it.
Okay. We're pretty confident.
Yeah.
That there's no. I think if we're not going to be bothered, I personally don't have a problem with like resting at nightfall since.
Like it's like you're kind of so deep into it that you've made a path for yourselves just to get through. Like you've gone through brush, you've had to walk. Like it's not like a national park where like there's like 50 trails and you're walking down one of them. Like this is a point where it's like you go off of the path, you are walking through bushes and you're having to walk around trees and there is no clear path. Like this is literally just like you're paving a way.
Then one thing that we should we do want to move more because we should be covering tracks as we go. I think if we're making a path, which I forgot to. Is the mechanic.
Here's my
that's
like,
absolutely and it makes sense that you would, especially since you're trying to hide.
My thing is that we have one job right now, and that's to get somewhere and to put distance between where we were and us.
Yeah.
And I feel like the best way to do that is just plow through it.
Sure. I mean, I've got the stamina.
I mean, we can. I honestly think we should do watches in pairs and sleep as individuals.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, is it possible to sleep on like Snowball, for instance?
Yeah, I think that's
to
the
rest
idea.
At some point. There.
Sure.
I mean, they're not.
Oh man,
carts.
can you tell when Snowball's? I don't know anything about animals.
Oh, you want to talk to Snowball? I think I can talk to Snowball
talk's
for
a
us.
strong word. I just
Communicate with Krug. We don't need to get into the nitty gritty of animal communication.
That's-
I'm sorry. It has been a long day for me.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I can talk to animals somehow. I have magic.
I mean, I would say nature-wise, you know that horses can walk about 8 hours without being uncomfortable, which is about 32 miles.
Dang.
Did you just Google that?
Yep.
You're a great GM.
So fast.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much time we want to spend like working it out, but I think that we're like. I think our plan is to get as much distance as we can, giving everyone the breaks that their body needs, including the animals.
So here's the thing: is no matter like in the situation that you all are in, even if you were to sleep on Snowball, you would not sleep comfortably, and you would definitely be taking penalties.
Okay.
So
Fair enough.
And so would Snowball.
yeah, and so would Snowball. So the thing is like if you can push it.
I don't think it's worth it then.
Because
if we can't have at least
is
one,
rough.
if we can't have at least one rested person, it's not worth it. I don't think.
I mean, if we run into anything like what we just ended up fighting, back at the caravan,
We win easily, right?
rip.
Yeah.
But if we run into anything like that and we are fatigued or tired and stuff like that, it could be a different story.
Right. And if it gets the jump on us while we're asleep, maybe we do struggle for the first, little bit, but I think we'll come out on top eventually, as long as we're not exhausted.
Yeah. All I can think about is when you picked up the pumpkins, if you were fatigued in any way, you might not have immediately realized to, ditch them.
Right. Maybe instead I would have immediately realized not to grab them in the first place.
I still think that was the right move.
Oh, I know. That's the problem.
For 8 hours this chick, I'm also going to burn a level 3 spell slot for Show the Way, which, for the purpose of long-distance overland travel during exploration mode, traveling through difficult terrain reduces you only to 3/4 your travel speed.
Cool.
So any difficult terrain. I mean, I know we're not getting specific, but
No, I mean you're in difficult
that'll be a little
terrain,
bit-
so
Okay,
you
cool,
would have
good.
been
Then a
moving
little bit
at
faster.
yeah, you would have
Cool.
been moving at half speed. And then the question is if you're trying to cover your tracks, that's also going
Quarter
to
speed.
yeah. Which I guess just evening that out as much as we can.
Sure.
I'm trying to see what my options are for actually talking to animals. Do spells. Speak with animals. That's what I'm
Well, for
looking
resting, it doesn't.
Yeah,
really-
yeah. But
really matter.
you know, good to know.
It's kind of. Is it me or does it sound like yodeling? I thought I heard.
No, it sounds like the party music that they play by our house every Friday and Saturday
Yeah.
night. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you'd like to cover your tracks, you are going to
Yeah.
need to roll me a survival.
Da 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 da. Guidance. Sorry, microphone. Okay, that was almost a 20, but instead it's an 8. Survival, right?
Yep.
Cool. Plus 1 is 9, plus 14 is 23.
23.
This is for
Covering
Cover
tracks.
tracks.
up to the point where we are now, because we're about to rest, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm saying I imagine that you all had.
I've
thought
been
about
doing it
this.
the whole
Sure.
time.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
this is like kind of retroactive.
Yeah, because it.
I just wanna make
sure.
I mean, even with the information that I gave you about someone tracking you all, it makes perfect sense that
Yeah.
we're trying to hide, and
I
they even
do
yelled
this
at you to
normally
not make a
anyway,
sign.
so-
Because it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. Also, I don't know. I have that's lore. Never mind. That's not important.
Lore is extremely
I
important.
mean, it's important, but I don't know if it's important right now. I'm gonna roll a forest lore check since we're in a forest area,
Sure,
right?
why not?
Just as we're setting up camp, if we're cool being at that point we're setting up camp, Robin's just gonna rattle off some information, some lore she has about the forest or this forest. Nice. That is 32. Right? Yeah, 32 forest lore. Recall knowledge. Do you want questions or do you just want to tell me stuff?
So, as you look around and you look at the flora and fauna and kind of look around to see what kind of animals are here and insects and whatnot, you kind of get more comfortable with the surroundings and where the environment that you're in, and kind of understand that you're in not necessarily a forest, but I guess forest is the best word that I can think of as a descriptor, but it is not quite swamp, but as in there's a lot of moisture, but not
Sure.
not so much that it's swampland.
Like a rainforest.
Rainforest.
Yeah, like a rainforest.
If
yeah.
you remember those.
Yeah, I thought that burned down.
Climate wars coming soon to an Earth near you.
Hey, if you don't kill me, I'll GM you. How's that? We have to offer our services, okay?
Yeah.
You know. So you're kind of understanding that this is a thick, a rainforest, and that's why it's getting like this, and you get the feeling, a very distinct feeling, that this kind of forest is where you would find Deadeye.
Oh, is Deadeye is
That's
Gosray's friend, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Is that the reindeer god thing?
Yeah. Okay.
What?
That was from a really long time ago.
Yeah.
I
I was like, that was out of the blue.
I have a Discord dedicated to just lore stuff that I have released.
Literally, the only reason that I remember that is because we looked at it in our 1 hour long or 3 hour long thing where we talked about deities.
About deities. Yeah.
That's the only reason I remember that.
does it seem like it's gonna rain soon?
No, it's not. It's not that type. It's almost the cold season, but it isn't rain. And if anything, it's probably gonna snow.
Okay.
Wow.
Let me look at exactly my notes for that person, because I wrote down the lead. Yeah. Okay. So Robin just kind of shares most of that information for anyone who's curious. She does keep the Deadeye stuff to herself, just as a temporarily a private matter between her and her god. I think Remy knows that this is something that's on her mind.
I know about Deadeye.
About
but
Deadeye,
it's-
but
that information was from all the way
it was right before we became vampires, I think.
yeah, that was a
Or right
freaking
after.
long time ago.
Like a year and a half.
The GM
And
never
then,
forgets.
would anyone mind if I were to just take a little
Rewatches the episodes.
free stroll around the area with Dogskay before I guess I can take first shift after that, or maybe first sleep.
It would be my preference to have something or someone accompany you? I know you
mean,
said
Dog's
I know
Gay.
you said with Dog's Gay, but like
I actually did want to talk to you about something, so I could accompany you if you like.
yeah, I would be comfortable with that. We are in imminent
Sure.
peril.
You know, that's not a bad idea. And you've got the doctor here with you, and Herring, and you. I think you'll all be okay here. Yeah, Krug, if you don't mind accompanying me.
Absolutely not.
And I'll leave Dog's Gay with. Well, no, we'll need his nose. Yeah, I just want to get some lay of the land, as
Fair
we
enough.
say. So.
Great. Me and Bakhtor Bavna will have plenty to discuss.
Oh, right.
You explained to the GM what Bakhtor Nava.
Bakhtor Bavna.
Dr.
You don't
Ravna.
have to.
Dr. Ravna. Thank you.
It took me a second too, though.
I was like,
Dr. Bavna.
okay, yeah, okay. So, Remy, you stick back, and you're gonna stick with Dogskay? No, Dogorno.
Dogorno. Dog's Gay is going to come with us.
Dogorno, Dr. Ravna, Herring, Snowball. We're all staying at the site.
Yeah.
Onion? Is Onion out? Or would
Onions with Clokey, or in Clokey with
Moss.
Foot of the bed. Let's
Oh,
hope.
we teleport into the cloak.
No,
as,
no, and we go
as,
black.
as Moss is,
Break time.
Moss is laying there on the floor, sweating bullets.
Jesus
and Clokey's like,
Christ.
you right? He kind of just fell asleep. Whatever. I'm gonna go lay in the lava.
Yeah, I'm gonna go lay in the lava.
You're gonna go get the lay of the lava. Cool, and we go off
As
to
we, yeah,
explore.
I guess we were going to set off. Basically, as soon as we're out of earshot, Crew's going to say, why do you like nature so much?
Oh, I don't know. I've never thought of myself as liking nature as a foremost. I guess I just sort of need it. I guess bonded. I mean, it became my escape from home when home was not good, and then very quickly became a place that was home everywhere. So I don't know, but I never questioned it really.
So it gives you something that you can't give yourself sometimes. Is that fair?
I guess, yeah. I mean, it gives us everything, Krug. Like that's sort of the realization, right? I don't feel like there is so much a distinction between me and the natural world, right? So when I engage in activities or maybe profess ideas that would lead you to think I like nature or I prefer nature or anything, it's more, I think, just an acknowledgement of my place within nature, which is a pretty involved one, to be fair.
And by extension, Gozray.
Yes, yes. I mean, that has entered my life more recently. I can't say I grew up an avid worshiper of Gozray.
No, maybe not directly, but you've definitely followed Gozray's tenets.
Yeah, I mean, yes. I mean, you know what.
Whether, inadvertently or not.
Yes, absolutely, and definitely more advertently of late. I mean, it's hard to meet a god and not want to please them, I would say.
That's fair. I remember one time there was a monk. Do I remember their name? Kisa, I think it was. She said something about nature that I never really thought about too hard until recently. And it was something along the lines of, we monks, our goal is to perfect ourselves, right? We work very hard and carry burdens that maybe we shouldn't, or maybe we can't, for lack of a more descriptive phrase, in order to become something more, to expedite the process of us learning about ourselves and growing in strength and growing in confidence and growing in wisdom and knowledge. And what Kisa said about nature is that nature doesn't strive for that. Nature is chaos. Nature is the exact opposite of what we believe. Nature evolves and grows, of course, but it doesn't have the goal to. It just does.
It just is, yeah.
And that's fine. And I always thought it was strange that she would say that. It almost seemed insulting at the time to nature. And then I realized that maybe it isn't. Maybe our goals and nature's goals aren't necessarily, the exact same, but the end result's pretty similar. And so maybe it should be something that I respect. And so I do. I try to, at least. maybe I'm not as good at it as you are, but
I,
I've never been in a situation where you've told me that something I'm doing to nature is disrespectful, and I've kind of taken pride in that. But when you said that Aurori might be wrong, or might not be telling us the truth before,
sure.
it felt like you were insulting my nature. Does that make sense?
I think so. I mean, because you've held to Aurori for your whole remembered life.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Krug.
It's fine.
I've been confronted by someone I care about in a long time.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. I simply, I think what I wanted to express was that there is a lot of possibility, and maybe this is something that I haven't considered enough, a lot of possibility in the world, and it to trust one God so completely when there is a presence of other gods seems ill-advised, though I suppose I can't say I've done differently. Do you think it's false that Aurori could be wrong or lying?
I think that there is a reasonable possibility of anything being the case, but I don't think that it is within any of our ability to begin to try and contemplate that, right? Like,
what would it mean for Aurori to be wrong?
Right. The ramifications of something like that are interesting. Let's put it this way: if Aurori is wrong, if Aurori's been misled, there's nothing we can do about that. If this is a power so beyond the deities that their power falters in its presence, it has our number. We can't do anything against it. Period. If we can't do anything, why would we pursue that line of reasoning? You know, why would we consider an eventuality where we become useless? Let's assume that we can be useful and try, and then when we get to a point where we realize we can't be useful, let's run. Honestly, that's a burden none of us can carry.
No, I mean, I think you're right. I mean, all I hoped to suggest was a possibility, but I mean, to relate this to nature, you're saying, nature's choices, our choices aren't ultimately that different. I truly believe that all is a composite of all. So when you say nature does this, we do this, the collective humanity, we do this, I truly believe it's all of us pushing towards whatever the future is going to be, right? I don't know
and
what
I've
the future's
never
going to look like.
I've never sat there and contemplated nature the same way I've sat there and contemplated myself. So, my insight into it is not as enlightened as your own, and I fully admit that. The only thing I'm trying to say is that if we start to question the reason that we're doing the thing that we're doing, which is in order to support a power beyond ourselves, it all becomes meaningless instantly. And I will say that while I can't guarantee that Aurori is anything, from my experience, from my time contemplating my goals and from understanding how Aurori achieved their goals, if Aurori was wrong, Aurori would be less confident than they are. Aurori would be able to say, this is what I believe, as opposed to this is what is true.
Aurori would know if they don't know. You believe that?
I don't know that, but that's what I feel.
Of course, and Krug, in all matters relating to this, when it comes to it, I will always be happy to defer to you. I will be desperate to defer to you. I don't know Aurori. I've never met Aurori. I doubt I ever will. I trust Aurori in so far, and this is far, as they have chosen you, clearly. And I personally am of the belief that that was a very, very good idea, and in that, Aurori could not have been wrong, could not have been more right. And if, through all of this, you do want to trust Aurori's word, at least so far as it will take you, then I believe that is in your nature. I believe that that has gotten you this far, and it will continue, I think, to help you propel a future that is good. I think that's what we're all trying to do, is do our best to be ourselves, to make the world we want to live in, right? And I've liked your actions in that so far a lot, Krug, very, very much. And I think any part Rory had to play in that is worth respecting.
And I reach out and I offer you a hug.
Don't hurt me.
And I give you a big hug.
Are you stronger with the mud and the earth now?
Yeah, significantly, sorry.
You're tougher. Yeah, no, it's okay. Armor's thicker too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Apologies. I will say, I love meditating outside. It's like my favorite thing.
Yeah. Oh, it's lovely.
Leaves are the best. Have you ever noticed how good leaves are?
And as you're having this conversation, you literally hear is clearly an axe hitting wood. Thunk!
Robin holds up a hand.
Then you hear wood fall. And then you hear thunk!
Is that somebody logging, or is that something violent? I can't tell. I'm gonna...
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a perception check. I'm also going to hide myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna stealth too.
Okay.
Let's stealth because I'm prepared to move closer.
Can I climb up a tree and stealth?
Sure.
Are these that kinds of trees?
Yes.
I think I want to
Not touching the ground.
cast a spell also.
What's my stealth now?
I rolled a 16 for the stealth.
Oh right.
Familiar's face. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Familiar's face on Dogskay, which I may invoke later.
Okay.
And I'm sustaining that.
Okay.
Cool. So for stealth, that was a 28.
Cool. Climb too. Nice.
And in my 28 stealth, I'm going to roll, I assume, a perception check if I want to try to see and, see, mostly see what's going on here and ascertain the situation, is a 28 as well.
I got a 20 for stealth, 30 to climb.
Okay. As you are stealthing and looking around, the first thing that both of you notice is large antlers. And then as you follow the antlers down, you see an axe lifting up above the antlers, and thwack, the sound again. You start to continue to climb up, and you can see that the antlers are attached to what looks to be a beautiful elk head on the body of a human, or humanoid, I should say. And they're chopping wood.
Is this an ancestry I'm familiar with?
No, but you're familiar with this.
Is this who I'm expecting
This
to be?
This is Deadeye.
Deadeye? Okay. And Krug can see Deadeye too, yeah?
Huh?
Krug can see Deadeye too?
Yeah,
This is
you
not
both
like a...
you
okay.
both see that
What do I remember about what does Robin remember about why Robin was looking for Deadeye? Was there, because I don't have notes on why, just that this was a friend of Gozray.
Gozray is not oblivious. What is it? They don't care of anything that could be happening.
Ambivalent?
Yeah, that's a good one. They're ambivalent. They don't care whether people die or live. They're going to continue running the world with water and natural disasters and whatever. So the life of a human or the life of people or creatures or anything is negligible. And you basically were like, I need help. And they're like, well, if you want someone that's going to help you, it's going to be this person.
Cool. And yeah, if I remember, I think this was something when Robin was having kind of her crisis of faith, where she wasn't sure how far she wanted to trust Gozray. And so it's very, very timely that it happens right now. I think Robin is going to make eye contact with Krug and just gesture in a way to be like, stay where you are. I'm going to talk to him. It's okay. I know him. And then Robin is going to kind of communicate the same thing to Dogskay, who's going to hide off a little bit further back and kind of watch the area that we came from. And then Robin is going to cautiously approach with her hands out.
He is. You can tell that he is either completely oblivious or thoroughly confident in the lack of your ability to do anything to him, because he is continuing to pack his logs up as you get closer, and before you can even say anything, he goes, "You found me."
Yes. Could you use a hand? Not that you need it, but could you use a hand? Could I give you a hand?
Can I hear this, by the way?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So there is like a full tree's worth of lumber.
Oh, I don't expect to do much.
And he literally just like
Oh.
on his back.
How big is he? Is he large?
He's a big dude.
Is he
He's mechanically large.
Mechanically large, aesthetically big dude.
Yeah.
Cool. Wow. What a large big dude.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't say what size he is, so.
Okay, cool.
It's
Whatever
like
size
Scott.
he needs to be.
Like Scott's
was
like a
gonna say, like
medium-sized
Scott.
creature that is
Yes.
imposing like a large creature.
Okay, cool.
He's
But
got some
this is me-
feats.
Well, we said mechanically large.
Mechanically normal.
Medium.
Mechanically medium,
Yep.
Yeah.
aesthetically large.
Aesthetically large.
I mean, he's a god, so I'm sure he can be whatever fucking size he
Fair.
wants.
It's true.
And he puts it on his back and he goes, "You can tell the other one to stop hiding. I can smell both of you at least 15 miles away."
Oh, of course. Dog scare, you can come out.
And he looks at you.
I've already. Do I need to go or can I? I don't understand what's going on right now. I'm so
this is a
sorry.
friend of mine, Krug,
Yeah,
a monk of Aurori.
I really admire your ability to lift logs. That's genuinely really awesome.
I really admire your ability to lift logs. I love it.
He literally drops it and enough that you remember when Scott dropped the hammer. Yeah, it's bigger.
It's like, yeah, okay.
And he goes, and he pulls his axe out and puts it into the wood next to him, like into a stump next to him. And he sits down and he crosses his legs. He goes, "How may I help the two of you?"
That's a good question. I suppose you know to some extent who I am. My name is Robin. I'm a follower of Gosray. Chosen. I guess that's the first question. Who am I? To you?
To me?
I suppose. When I approached, you knew who I was. You recognized me, though I hadn't introduced myself. It seemed. Who was I then?
You were Robin. You were a Dampier.
Freshly, yeah.
He's like, "But I'm really not here to play any parlor games, to be completely honest with you.
Oh, no, I had no games of the sort on the mind.
I have a question for the two of you.
Okay, sure.
This one's not your partner, though.
No. Oh, no. Remy?
Yeah.
No. Krug is a friend. Very, very good friend. Long, old friend. Smart, strong friend, but no.
You're the one that has a distinct sense of duty.
I wouldn't call it distinct, but okay.
What would you call it then?
Well, it's my duty, so
I would call it distinct. I think that's fair. Distinctly duty.
I guess I would just call it my duty.
That's kind of gross. He like literally starts laughing. He's like,
"Oh, I wish Remy were here. I would have loved that."
You're here to look for some answers, stuff that Gosray couldn't answer.
Yeah, basically. If I'm being honest, I've had so many troubles since I've talked to Gosray last. I'm not sure I remember what the questions were. It may have just been the big question of what, you know.
Well, ask away.
Okay. Am I worthy of this?
Of what?
Whatever Gosray's asking me to do, was that right?
Gosray. Good those two. Are you worthy? I don't even know if anyone is worthy of anything that they give. Not as a bad thing, that they're just kind of, what's the word? Whimsical.
Yeah, like the tides, they come and go, don't they?
Yeah.
As they will. Do you like Gosray?
Of course.
Okay.
We go back,
Yeah.
way back.
Are you? She gets like really close. Are you a god?
Yes.
You are. Okay, and you just walk the earth.
Yes, mostly.
Wow.
Tending to my flock.
Very cool. Robert will probably know this. Is that just like a lot of just a bunch of animals? Is it literally a flock of sheep?
More so, you can tell this is a terminology he's using for his followers.
Maintaining. Okay,
and not necessarily like followers like worshippers, but like you know that Old Deadeye, his worshippers are farmers, hunters, rangers, settlers, shapeshifters, traders, trappers.
Okay. I'm like half of this.
Their alternate domain, the thing that they think is very high to them, is duty.
Mm-hmm.
They are a deity in which they care about people and family, and making sure that people are treating each other well and fed well, are taken care of. They're a big family man. You know what I mean? Like, to give like a general term, like
the deity of socialism. It sounds like
the deity of this deity is Vin Diesel, and this is the Fast and Furious
family.
I didn't even think about it like that, but that's so funny.
Well, yeah, I suppose I count myself among your flock, from what I understand. So I'm happy to be tended. I suppose what you go back with them. I think the big thing I'm struggling with is I feel very honored, to have been chosen by Gosray and given this power and motivation, honestly, because I didn't have too many things I wanted to do for a very long time. I don't know what they want from me exactly, other than to follow the path that I guess I found myself set on, which I have to be honest does feel very, very heavy, crushing. There's a lot of weight on us, right? We have a lot of before us.
Hold on. Take a breather.
Okay.
Breathe.
Thank you.
In through the nose, out through the mouth. It's good for you. Okay.
Can you do anything to the air here? It's very good.
Just trees.
Just the natural breathing of life.
It's just how it works. Do you have a friend or even someone in your family that you love and you care about, but you know that maybe they don't make the best decisions, or maybe they're not the best at something, but they try really hard?
I can get myself there. Yeah.
Gosray doesn't know what they want.
Okay. I mean, that's not surprising, but it is alarming.
Gosray just enjoys kind of existing, almost chaotic. If they gave you powers at one moment, in a glimmer of time, in this infinite realm of possibility, they saw that you were worthy of something.
Okay.
3 milliseconds later could have been something completely different that they were thinking about.
So, would you say low odds they're ever thinking of me anymore unless I'm reaching out to them? Do gods think? Is that part of the process?
I mean, we definitely think.
I know, because gods know. I know that gods know. Gods do think. Okay, so okay.
We know because we've been around for a very long time.
Okay.
We still experience new things.
Yeah.
It's
really
not,
though.
It's not like poof, we're all Aurori. We all know everything in existence. It's not like that.
Crew goes.
Okay.
Like that's his shtick. Okay.
Yeah, I should read some more text on Aurora Krug. I'm sorry.
We all have our own thing.
Yeah.
Gosray is the ocean, is the rains that fall down and that feed us. It's the things that we drink.
Yeah.
The thing that keeps us alive, but also will kill us in a moment.
Yeah. No, it's incredible. It's truly incredible, Krug. To be in their presence. I mean, you don't outlive it.
So you ask yourself, do you feel? Are you worthy? Is to ask if they're wrong.
God forbid I would ever ask that, huh?
I don't know what they were thinking.
I don't know what they were thinking either. I guess. Can you see the future? There's a question.
What? No.
Okay. It's just I just have to. I don't know all these things.
Okay.
People speculate.
Okay.
I've never met you. There are people who say you know the future. All of you, but there are some who say you in particular through your networks.
I
blog.
can tell you're lying.
I just thought maybe you could tell the future. Can you really tell that I'm lying, or did you just catch me out?
His sense is yes, he can absolutely. If anything he's good at,
Yeah.
it's gonna be perception.
Yeah. Okay. God, I mean, I feel like I've had so many questions, and they all escape you when you need to ask them most.
I feel like you need something in your life to make you feel like you're worthy.
It's just assurance, I think. I've just been flying off of my own whims, basically, since I was a child, since my partner and I ran off. That was the first moment I think I truly did something that, as far as my perspective of the world, my view of the world, changed the world, right? Because it changed everything about my world. I never went back to where you probably know some things, but I think since then, I've just gone so moment to moment and never worried about needing to have an effect. But now that pressure is on, and all I can do is follow my instincts. It's all I have is instincts. I truly believe that's true of all of us on different levels, but I guess my question would be, is that going to be okay? Can I just trust myself? Do I need something? Am I missing something?
If I were to give you that answer, it wouldn't be you trusting you, it'd be you trusting me.
I'd much rather do that. Yeah. No. Is that a possibility?
Look,
can we do that?
Look. I have many of children in my life that have had this issue. Yeah. And as much as I would like to give you the simple answer, I don't think you'll learn anything from it. There's a saying someone came up with a long time ago, you give someone a fish, they eat for a day, you teach them how to fish,
You can't lead a horse to fish.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. But
they don't like fish.
horses don't like fish. That's true. They really don't.
Was.
Fool me twice, you ain't gonna fool me again.
We'll leave the horse to fish once.
And he goes, we never know if we're worthy. It is only in the moments in which we stand up for ourselves that we know that we're worthy. And really, we only know we're worthy in that moment because we accomplished it. It's a constant changing thing. You're always going to question your thoughts and your powers. And anyone that says any different is either too stupid to realize that they're not questioning their actions, or they're lying.
Yeah, well, I pride myself on being informed and honest, so...
I will say, I'm not a deity, but you were speaking before about how you've been living on a whim and making choices at your whim, and you're not sure whether or not that's the right choice. Sounds an awful lot like the way Gozray would behave in that same situation. So, yeah. I can't tell you that you're worthy, but sounds right to me.
Yeah. Also, if I'm being honest, part of, I think, my worries about this is that Gozray had some secret image of me that they wanted me to live up to, and it honestly sounds like Gozray could be thinking of any other million things. I maybe don't need to dwell on that so much. I guess I just go and do as I have been. God, that just sounds so hard, though. It's not been easy, Deadeye. We're mortal here. Like everything we do every day could kill us. It almost does. It's just hard. I don't need anything from you for that. I just need to tell you it's been very, very challenging for us.
Look,
why can't
sometimes venting is important.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
really,
it's
it's very important. Sometimes just saying it out loud and allowing someone else to hear it is important. What'd you roll for?
I want to sense motive for this deity.
Okay.
I rolled a 29,
Uh-huh.
and I'm just trying to figure out if they're actually a deity, if they're carrying themselves like somebody with the confidence of a deity, or if they are trying to feign that sort of confidence.
I'm trying to answer you without answering you.
And if you'd like, I can also roll religion on Deadeye before
Sure, roll
to
it.
see if I know anything about how Deadeye would do
Sure.
that sort of thing. Because I don't want to. Ooh, that's good.
Wise.
Don't know what my religion is off the top of my head, though.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. That's fine. 28. That's 28 religion, 29 perception.
So, specifically, old Deadeye, he could care less about the world. Not the world. He is more focused on the people.
True.
And this is 100% within character of this deity.
Okay.
I mean, you saw him lift this whole tree and put it on his back.
Sure.
He has been nothing but earnest and honest from anything that you can tell. If he was a deity and he was lying, you wouldn't be able to tell anyways.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to figure
Yeah,
out
yeah.
if it's a lying. If the deity wants to lie to us, fine. I'm trying to figure out if it's a non-deity lying to us.
Yeah, I mean,
And if I don't get that vibe, then that's
Yeah,
totally reasonable.
the vibe that you get is that he's earnest.
Okay.
He's being truthful. There's
Okay.
nothing that he's.
I buy it basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he
check there, yeah.
yeah, and he even to further that, he goes, "Look, you're all a family, the whole group of you.
Yeah.
You look out for each other, even though you sometimes you maybe shouldn't. And I know that
In
Is
character.
that about Moss?
Character laughing.
and he looks at you, Krug, and goes, "There's a heavy burden on your shoulders."
Do you want it?
We've got lots of stuff we could unload on you, man.
I mean, I don't need a monkey's paw. Thank you very much.
Can you destroy it?
How do you know? I just want to know. I mean,
Do you really want to give up your shackles so soon?
You clearly have spoken to a Rory before. No.
I haven't.
Oh, well, in that case, you're just a smart guy. Dear. Sorry.
was it like did you sense it when he walked in? Did you know when we got
Oh
here?
yeah, I can
Okay,
sense the
that
curse
makes sense. That makes
on
sense.
on.
I'm just- yeah.
Don't you, taste it? It's gross. It makes the whole air gross all the time.
God, yeah, oh, Krug, yes, sorry.
Do you mind if I don't... I'm not a part of your flock, but I do have a question.
You all are, but okay.
Okay, well, I appreciate that very much. The apples...
Apples are delicious, and he rummages and pulls an apple out.
What were the apples called?
The apples of life or something?
The tree of life.
Tree of life? The fruit from the tree of life.
Oh, yes. What about?
I'll take that if you're going to be, if you don't mind.
Can I trust you?
With what? Yes?
Are you ready to take on the responsibility?
Oh, is that a tree of life apple?
No,
Okay.
no.
Oh God. Can I know something about the responsibility? Some details? What are you asking of me? Yes. I could.
He throws it. He goes, "Just don't eat the seeds."
Oh. Well, usually don't. She does. Usually does. She won't this time.
I pull out a piece of paper and begin writing down the thing about the apple on a piece of paper while I'm saying, I've heard, Rory has told me, that there's an issue with the tree of life.
Ah, so Rory's telling you things he shouldn't tell you.
Perhaps. But I've been told it nevertheless. Do you know anything more about that?
Yes, it might be the end of our times. And by our times, I mean God's.
Right. Do you know anything else? Maybe about who's involved?
I try to keep my nose out of their business. Not a big, not a big happy family up there.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of strong personalities involved. Seems like a difficult thing to manage.
Kind of like to be out here by myself versus
It's fair.
listening to them squabble.
So you don't have to partake in the tree of life at all?
I mean, we all have to eat. I'm just less afraid than some of them. Some of them feel that their power lies within the fact that they're a god and not the fact that their words mean something.
If I can ask you a pointed question.
Okay. As if any of these weren't.
Fair. If you die, who takes care of your flock?
Each other. We're a family for a reason.
It'd be hard to admit that you're not uniquely capable, right?
What you're trying to ask me is, why am I not doing anything to stop whatever's happening?
Yeah.
Who's to say it wouldn't be better for my family without us? Otherworldly beings coming down and interfering with people's lives as if they were pawns on a chessboard. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't know if it's a good thing. But I'm definitely going to be here long enough to be able to determine whether or not I was right or wrong.
Recall knowledge. Is this a neutral god we're talking to?
This is a lawful good god.
Lawful good. Okay.
They believe that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
I think that kind of catches Krug off guard.
Yeah.
And he just kind of like folds his arms and kind of like looks, doesn't make eye contact anymore, and just like thinking.
What if it's worse, though? Do you not feel a duty to prevent worse from happening?
I'll do everything I can.
Will you?
Of course.
And I can trust you?
You're asking if you can trust me.
I would like to know if I can trust you. Yes, please.
He kind of laughs to himself. And he goes, I could have... I mean, this is macabre, and I don't like saying this, but... why would you not trust me?
I'd like to not think of a reason.
Look, I don't have the answer of whether or not it's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah.
But the first time we decided to grow a new plant and put it in our mouths and eat it, we didn't know if it was going to kill us or not.
Yeah.
We just kind of had to go with it.
I still don't know sometimes. That's like 10% of what we're
We know most plants now. You should really...
Well, no, I know, but you know...
Maybe keep a journal with what you can
I've got
eat.
if you come back to the camp, I've got
no,
journals,
don't.
Deadeye. Don't doubt my journal keeping.
Look, if you're willing, I would like to put something in your path that I believe would allow you to maybe feel worthy again.
I'm glad I don't have to ask you to do that. And in fact, I only must give you permission. And I do. Please. Thank you.
Go ahead and eat the seeds.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she pulled out this like tiny jar she had saved them in for some future project and just kind of like downs them.
Nothing happens. I just wanted to see if you kept them or not.
Well, joke's on old Robin, eh?
Just remember the apple. And unless the two of you have anything else, I've got a whole bunch of lumber that I need to take back to some people that are getting a little cold.
Great. No, Ms. Noble, do you have any other questions, Krug?
You don't need help carrying the lumber? Just kidding, sorry.
He grabs it and puts it on his shoulder and grabs the axe and slides it into the side. And he goes, well, I'm off.
How can I reach you if I need to, again, later? I just kind of found you here.
Go where your feet go.
Great.
And he turns and he starts walking. And as he starts walking, this bright, emanating, holy light starts to glow. And it's blinding at first as he starts to walk through it. And as he walks through it, he turns and gives you a little wave as it slowly starts to go. And the two of you, with the high religion rolls that you have rolled earlier, you know this realm that he is walking to be what is called Summerlands.
Oh.
Or heavens.
Hmm.
Back to Remy and Dr. Ravna, or Brockna.
Bacter?
Bavna. And they're just like, but I don't understand why it has to be a B, though.
Well, it was just, I was already as Brug, and I did Bobbin. I think it would just make sense. I mean, if any of us didn't have a B name at that point, someone would hear it, and I think it would be, they clue in.
Yeah, but don't you think the fact that they're all B names, that would make it worse?
Well, of course they would all be names.
I walked right into that one. Would it be Bunyan?
No, it would be Nyan.
Why am I even having this conversation? We are just a mere few.
We are missing the one best. The one best.
Yeah.
Who is the one who is inside of Cloaky right now?
Blokey.
Boss?
That's right, Boss.
No, absolutely
Boss.
not. And she can't even hear that, because if she thinks that we're going to start calling her boss, then she's got another thing coming.
Blokey's pretty good, though. You've got the gift.
Blokey is pretty good. But why are we having this conversation? We are a few short weeks away from
Lamashtu, the night of... I was actually going to ask you.
Yes?
If, you had all the things you needed to do the ritual.
Not even close.
Well, we had the skull piece. So.
Truth, which in reality, that is about approximately 50% of what we need. What I'm afraid of is I was having everyone head there to meet us there so that we could have the event there, but
do they need to be there?
Well,
I can't remember how it works. I was only there the one time, and it was like 5 months ago. No, it was a year ago.
It was a year ago.
Oh shoot!
We all of the people had to be in the same location so that we could create basically, with the lack of a better word, a shield. I know something that you don't really like. A shield away from Lamashtu's moonlight.
I mean, maybe we should start thinking about it as like a sword. A sword to combat Lamashtu's light. I think that would be a little...
I mean, that is a very interesting way to think about it. I don't know...
It is semantics, I know. And I'm not fully, other people, if they want to use shields, that I'm not anti-shield.
My wife uses a shield. I'm okay with shields.
I think that shields work. I'm just like, I'm just shield cautious. I'm sorry, I'm not going to go this route.
I just don't think we should have to use shields.
I understand having the first shield, maybe, but getting the second shield?
Wait, Remy.
How are we sure?
Remy, as strange and as awkward as this next statement is about to be, you might be onto something. Maybe not a sword, because I don't think you can slash moonlight, but what about a mirror?
A mirror?
Yes.
To reflect the light back at Lamashtu?
Yes.
What would that do?
I have no idea.
Let's find
out. Okay. So we just need to get a mirror? Oh, but the other thing was not a literal shield.
Correct.
So
yes.
This would not be...
I'm curious if we were to figure out a means in which to take the skull, and instead of using it as a shield, we were able to use it as some sort of reflection. And because the light of Lamashtu causes us to go uncontrollable. We delve into the deepest, darkest forms of ourselves, which for most of us is just one night of drinking and fun, but for us, it's devouring and consuming and other horrible things that I don't want to think about. Maybe if we take that and we are able to reflect it back to Lamashtu, it might make her darkest self.
And is that a good thing that you just suggested?
It might be.
What is an evil creature's darkest self? Would that make her good?
I don't know. Do you think where we're heading there might be a library that I might be able to read into this?
Oh, you too? Okay.
Remy, I can read it out loud to you if it helps.
Oh, I don't want to hear that crap.
Sometimes, some people aren't very good with reading, and they like to hear others read to them.
I do like a nice bedtime story every once in a while. My wife,
I've definitely heard.
Yeah, I'd like to hear the words coming from the paper, but it doesn't mean I cannot read myself. I just, I like to think of myself as anti-book.
So you're anti-shield, anti-book.
No, I am shield hesitant.
My bad. Shield.
But I am definitely anti-book. Oh, what if we can turn the skull piece into some sort of book? And then the master's like, I don't want to read that. And then her light goes a different direction. She's like, are you kidding me, you nerds?
This is
both
the smartest and dumbest conversation I've ever had.
That's not so bad. Make her not want the skull piece. We gotta find a library.
I will say that this is when the two of you have returned. And Dr. Ravnus, oh, thank God you're back.
Yeah, I was worried. We did hear like a little bit of a big noise.
Yes, the ground shook.
The ground shook a little bit.
Oh, that was just a friend.
Oh, you're...
Is your friend going to come over for...
Very busy friend. Yeah, but it was a good encounter that we
How
had.
did you run into a friend out here in the...
Well, it wasn't raining on me, babe.
I don't even know what that means, but what I'm going to ask is, are we going to be sleeping in some sort of order? Are we all going to sleep? Is someone watching? I haven't gone adventuring in a while, so I apologize.
I can stay up for the first shift. I won't be sleeping very soon. I've got some thoughts to think.
I think like shifts of 2, right?
I think that's fair.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
So the two of you and then the two of us?
Sure.
And then, is Moss... Do you think... I'm sorry to be crass, but do you think Moss is getting any sleep right now?
I think she's getting the rest she needs.
And as you say that, you literally hear Clokey go, yeah, she's been passed out this whole fucking time.
Really?
Yeah, it's fucking weird. Like, I poked her. Not like that. That's dirty. I could feel it from you.
I didn't even say anything.
You didn't say it, but I knew you were thinking it.
Clokey?
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
Oh, such a lying sack of... Anyways, yeah, so, she's alive. She's breathing.
That's not... How long has Moss been asleep, is my question.
How long ago did she come in here?
How long ago did she go in there?
Only Clokey and Moss could tell.
Not an unreasonable amount of time.
Yeah.
But you're saying she doesn't wake up when you poke her?
Oh, yeah, I lifted her eyelids like this. And he says it even though you can't see anything. Is I lifted her eyelids like this, and her eyes were all like in the back of her head.
Can you please be a little bit more descriptive than the thing that you did with your tongue?
So, okay, look up.
Right.
Look as further up.
Okay.
Further up. Okay. Wait, hold on. Okay, do that. Now flip your eyes a lot.
Do you think maybe that you should go have a look at Moss really quick? Just to...
Well, Moss is the only one who can let us in.
Is that real? You can't let us in, Clokey?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Oh, so she's
This was an
trapped
awful
in there.
idea. Genuinely terrible idea.
Can Moss maybe hear me if I yell at you, Clokey?
Hey, I can definitely hear you.
Can you let yourself out?
No.
We can't hear Clokey. Only you can hear Clokey, so we're like...
I'm just...
So you're saying Moss locked herself inside her room and is unconscious and we can't help her?
Yeah, what's weird too is Onion is on Onion's back and her little legs are doing this. And he's saying this.
Doing this.
And this time
he goes, oh wait, hold on.
I think I got it.
Oh, that's right.
I think
We're
I got
on
it.
Zoom.
Like, have you ever
Clokey, their legs. There's like
Yeah.
3
They're
things that
kicking.
a chicken can do with their legs.
Hold on, wait, can you hear this? Just dead silence. Like, did you hear that?
No, I didn't hear a thing. Actually, you know what? Yes, I heard it. You're absolutely right. Second thing, though, do you know anything? And I hesitate to ask you this for fear of sounding a little bit stupid. Do you know anything about medicine?
No.
All right, cool. Wait, that was worth a shot, I guess. It's not really. Anybody have any good ideas? I don't.
I think if we can just and maybe I need to roll a check for this, but if Krug can tell Robin as much as he can of what Clokey is able to see of Moss, and if Robin can just tell Clokey, like, look out for this and this and this, let us know if it happens.
Roll a medicine.
Yeah, because...
And he is verbalizing it to you. You are verbalizing it to them. The like eyes rolled back, slight sweating, sometimes saying a word or two. Onion kicking their legs, and every once in a while going.
33 medicine.
It is very strange that both of them would be doing this because they don't eat the same thing. They are different species, so they wouldn't be affected by the same thing the same exact way.
They must be the same species.
Moss is a chicken. Or...
Like Onion's like a...
The blood.
But roll religion.
Okay. That's not a land. Okay. 13
Krug,
plus
you can roll
religion.
too.
27.
27.
Oh, but Remy can't roll it?
27.
I'm like, are you? It's like, you can. I mean,
No.
opportunity for
Both individuals received a 27.
So that's 54.
Oh, well, with the 54.
We become...
This sounds like either a possession or they are in another plane of existence.
Okay. Well, whatever that is, it's not good. It looks like you can agree, or at least could be bad. I think, unfortunately, due to our abilities, we are in a state of monitor and hope it doesn't get worse. I hate saying that as a doctor, but it's where we are.
Clokey, do me a huge favor.
Yeah, what's up?
It took you a really long time to tell us that Moss was doing all of these weird things. I would kindly ask if something about the situation changes in any meaningful way, that you inform us quickly.
Okay, so if she dies, I'll tell you.
No. Because you
That's
see
meaningful. In any way. Because, you were right. He didn't tell us until now. Anyway.
That's because she's alive! Tell Robin that.
Clokey said, that's because she's alive.
Okay.
I don't appreciate that.
I'm trying my hardest, Clokey.
I would like to know more than simply if she is alive or dead, please.
Robin,
thank you.
That's my ear, first of all.
Sorry.
Y'all gotta yell.
I
Clokey can just hear you normally.
I mean, yeah, you remember when we were in there?
Vaguely.
We could hear stuff pretty well on the outside.
That's true. I guess. Sorry.
Look, I didn't say anything because she's fine.
I can't hear this.
Krug,
Look,
Krug.
hold on.
No, Krug, listen to me.
We see his face
Listen to me.
though. We're just like.
Listen to me. Between you and me,
Right.
a little bit of silence is okay.
I think Moss is fine. I think Clokey's got it, honestly. I mean, if anybody's concerned about Moss's well-being more than us,
Krug.
it's Clokey.
Robin takes your hand in both of hers and just like, Krug, I trust you. Just please let me know if I need to do anything, and if not, no news is good news.
Moss, I'm not 100% sure on this one. I wouldn't trust me if I were you, but I'm close enough that I will say that this is the right call.
Okay.
I will say that, this is the right call unless, sleeper agent Clokey has been activated.
Again,
and this is the moment.
Clokey has already killed me once. I promise you that if Clokey's a sleeper agent, we're screwed regardless.
Fair enough.
Don't gotta worry about it.
Okay.
Cut to Clokey standing over Onion and Moss with his hands out and blood dripping down his face and candles lit all around as he starts to mutter words. And that's where we're going to go. Welcome back, everyone. It's just me because the players are in the other room creating new characters as they were TPK'd on break. Thank you very much for voting on that. I'm surprised no one voted for the no let them live option. It was really weird, but we have put a new poll in. Moss is still alive because she's not here, so we gave you an option to determine what Clokey is doing over her. I think they're done. Come on in. They're done with their characters. Come on in. The best is Remy came up and everyone else came in.
We had them in the basement because
Oh,
they were
sure.
private.
Yeah.
The character's more involved.
100% of the people.
My bounty's at 6%.
So I have put a poll out that says what was Clokey doing over Moss, and the first option, which is 100% of the votes, is brown chicken, brown cow.
Great.
Chicken, brown cow.
Brown chicken. Oh, I get it. I don't know what I was thinking, but
I don't know what I was thinking.
I don't know what Gosray was thinking, and you said it in such a nice tone, but it's also the same words as I don't know what Gosray was thinking.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what Gosray was thinking.
as Krug calms everyone down, letting you all know that Clokey is taking care of Moss, and everything will be fine. You, Krug, get the faintest tap on your shoulder. And it's Dr. Ravna, and they're just like, and points towards the fire. And all three of you collectively turn at the same time, and you see a person sitting next to the fire. A skinny, slender, frog-like creature with a wearing hide armor and a what is it called? It's like not a cloak, but like the little
a shawl,
like a shawl almost over
cowl
maybe, yeah. But the cowl's a face.
Yeah.
Shawl, I think shawl.
Shawl might be the right. Sitting there with a large gun next to him in his hand, and he's got a stick with what seems to be some white soft substance over the fire. You all done? And he lifts it up and grabs it with his tongue, shoots out. And
I'm sorry, do we know you?
No, you don't, but I'm here for you.
That's to take us somewhere, I assume, right?
Sure. And he picks his shotgun up. I'm going to be taking you to your maker. Please roll initiative, everyone.
How similar does he look to the frog pirates?
So those were toads. Think of
toads. Okay.
So they're like a little bit more.
This seemed more like a poison dart frog.
Yeah, this is like the like real skinny, like very bright, colorful
poison
frogs.
Dart frog.
Yeah. So this is what he's that, but his clothes are kind of muted.
Cool.
But his body is like neon green and like red and blue spots on him.
I definitely was wearing my mic that whole time.
What do you get?
I mean, he barely said anything.
So I leaned over and said, "Let's leave him as long as we can." They heard that.
No.
You were being sarcastic.
Krug, what's your
Sorry.
initiative? 26. Thank you. Robin.
Wouldn't you like to know?
18.
27. Hey, look at us again. We were 28s earlier, I think. Now we're 27.
Yeah. Well, I got 26. But
oh, never mind.
All right. Let's
We're no
roll
longer.
his.
I love this character, by the way. I think Robin's opinion might differ, but this new frog.
Oh, gotcha.
Big fan.
that's unfortunate.
Because we're going to have to.
Fight them.
I'm going to kill this frog.
We don't have to. I mean, you two especially don't have to. I kind of have to if I'm going to fight him, but you two especially don't have to.
I know, but I want.
The frog said it was going to help us meet our maker.
Listen.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Before we get too far,
Yeah.
Are we aware of guns?
Yeah, that's a wonderful question, actually. How do we feel about guns?
Are we like, what is that?
Do we have opinions about guns?
Have we seen
Because I'd love to play not knowing what they are yet.
Yeah,
That's kind of fun.
what a weird blunt
the crafter and
instrument.
Robin will be very intrigued.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Okay.
Okay, none of us know what a gun is.
Done.
Excuse me.
Stamped. Signed, sealed, approved.
Moss knows what a gun is.
In fact, she said the word gun multiple times. We never knew what the hell she was talking about.
So he says, "Well, I'm gonna take you to your maker," and then he moves up to you, and fires in a cascade, primarily aiming at Krug.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Krug, apparently Krug is hard to hear and a bit crackly.
That was because I wasn't wearing my mic.
This was from like less than a minute ago.
Oh.
Well, they're also delayed.
Oh, they're delayed. That's right. Someone's microphone is all jacked. I mean, let us know if it's still jacked.
Yes. I'm gonna roll. Okay. Krug does a 39 hit you.
We're gonna die. Yes.
Is it a crit?
Yes.
Does it crit you?
Okay.
Does it 39? What if I dip, dive, duck, dip, dive,
Dodge,
and
duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
If I can... Krug is almost inaudible. We're being told.
Still?
Okay. Let me just do this math fast.
Cool.
I'll do the math for you. It's 7. I think half of my humor in this game is lying to you about numbers. I gotta work on that.
32 damage, please.
Not so bad. Could be worse.
That is his second action, and he is going to make a second. Oh wait, I took my mic off specifically so that I could walk over here. Do this. Gonna fix it, but I'm gonna walk in. Can you guys vamp for me?
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know if I can be heard. I'd just like to point out that guns are OP.
The target. Oh.
Can you hear me? Oh, are you listening to?
Yeah. So if you're talking,
I suppose yeah.
If I'm
I can.
talking?
I mean, I guess I hear what they're hearing. And it does sound the bad zone, but I can't tell if the clicking is coming from your microphone. You are kind of inaudible, but I mean, if Jake's monitoring it right now, we can keep talking.
Probably be able to tell you.
So each of us, if I just talk alone, and I'm talking for a little while, and I mean, like, if Jake gets everybody else's microphone, or well, he can probably see the levels, right?
I don't know. I really don't.
Well, if I'm talking for a little
And
bit,
then if you're
just
talking
a little bit of me alone, you know, I was just saying I have a spell that I have to target a creature that's either taller than me or higher in the air than me, which is usually
I
the
feel
case.
like you picked the most eclectic spells on purpose.
It's, you know, they're fun. But this one's also called Draw the Lightning, so of course I picked it.
Do you just go on to like Archives of Nethys and like search
There's
spells for the
lightning.
word lightning?
No, I do scroll the spell book and just I'm
Funny
like, what
enough,
sounds
the
cool?
crackling is my microphone.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Wait, can you hear me now?
We could hear you the whole time.
Oh.
You're just quieter. So.
Oh. I'll talk louder. Now we're gonna go back.
Okay, cool.
So let's see.
See, and this is probably pretty stressful for Jake. Not to pull back the curtain here,
Yeah.
but because I could tell like he really wanted us to get into initiative.
Yeah.
I'm assuming because we need to finish this fight before the end of this episode.
Well, I mean,
If we're in combat and Moss has to wake up, you know.
I think the reason that we need to finish this fight before the end of this episode is specifically because if Moss has to become a part of this fight later on, then this mob will become smoke. Just like
Yeah, it's either we defeat him or we get saved by Moss.
Right.
That's what I think. Also, we don't know if this guy knows that Moss is in the cloak. So there's a good chance that he does knock us all out, take us all, and Moss wakes up and is like, fuck you. I'm out of the cloak now.
We should use
Yeah.
the cloak as a weapon. Why don't we just like throw the cloak at someone and like do whatever magic to make it like a door to the inside of the cloak?
They get
And
sucked
then they
inside.
Get sucked in and like either fall into lava or just get beat by cloaking. We have literally like a level 20 weapon.
Well, except it depends on if the person going inside needs to be willing.
Oh, but they don't.
How do you know?
Because I said so.
Okay.
So if you just make choices,
Wait.
Make choices.
confidently say it.
No director.
I mean, we don't have a GM right now.
That's true. I think if you just sit behind it, you're allowed to.
GM's rights.
Oh wait, maybe. He's not.
Uh-oh. Would it help to reactivate your hanging mic, or?
No, it's like all of them.
Oh. No.
Oh, it's all of them.
Yeah. It's weird.
That sounds pretty weird. That sounds.
Ha.
Because it's with the sound.
Ha.
I love to laugh about when the audio's bad and we don't know why. Is that you laughing?
My nervous laughter.
So I don't know if this is. I was trying to remember what guns, like what the strength of guns are. I don't remember them doing this much damage. First of all, so
How much did you take? What was it, like
32?
32?
and he
I mean, you know, high level.
39 to hit, though. And my AC when I'm in mountain stance is 26.
And that was the one that we
27.
put the piece back on earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird. Yeah, remind me of having to go to the overheads.
I can spool them down if we want. Just give me the word.
We're gonna go back to a break so that we can switch audio.
Jake said we're going back to a break so that we can switch audio.
If
So
you
we
can
can
even
keep it
hear us.
again.
An indeterminate amount of time.
You still look good, you know.
Ow!
Sorry about my phone on your leg.
The what's it called? The thing where it types out what we're saying.
The captions.
Yeah, the captions seem to work, which is a good sign, right? I didn't actually look at them before.
I suppose.
To see if they were
that means that
broken.
it can at least make out the words.
Yeah, because before all they said was.
How did it spell that? How did the captions spell the thing that you?
Okay,
Oh, it
I
was
figured.
extremely phonetic. If you looked at it, you
Yeah,
would.
can you just recite like a little bit of it for me?
Oh yeah, I can't go back.
You actually can on YouTube. So.
No, I can't. If I do, I die.
It's like in their contract.
You know, I'm willing to take that risk.
They used to do YouTube videos.
It's in my contract. No, I used to do YouTube videos. That you
Yeah.
said.
Hi.
I did.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, Jacob. Fancy seeing you.
No crackling. We might all have to just be a little bit louder as volume-wise as we can.
Cool.
Okay.
But other than that, I could hear everyone, which is a
Good.
good thing.
That's a good thing.
Hey. Okay.
Flawless.
You all just quieter.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Yep. Which is.
Well, maybe turn us up a bit if you can, but we'll do our best.
Yeah.
Thank you for rolling.
Okay.
Speaking
so,
of rolling.
yes, he moves up to you, fires his shotgun.
Yep.
All of you, because it is a scatter shot weapon and it goes in multiple directions,
We're learning.
you all are going to be taking some damage as well.
Well, I don't get like a reflex
There's no
save.
save.
Yeah, we're going to
or-
go into it. Actually, Krug, you don't have any resistance to any damage types, do you?
No.
Mud.
All poison, but
Okay, so you notice that some of it is like buckshot that hits you, and some of it is just the pure sound of it hitting your body is doing this additional damage. And I'm pulling up the scatter rules.
Scatter rules.
That should be.
hey, bro, scatter
Hey.
That should be
You got critted too, didn't you?
I did.
That was probably why it hurt so bad.
It hurt a lot, yeah.
Yeah, you were
But
like,
again,
guns don't hurt this bad.
39 to hit.
Yeah, but that's like probably a nat 20, so we're
no.
fine.
He rolled a 10.
Well,
Plus 29 to hit. I mean, that's not...
rolled a 10.
Wait. So you made a character who can't miss me.
To be fair, that's not hard.
Well,
My
also,
AC's not that low.
well,
It's like
also
27.
plus 20 plus your AC.
Your AC
is
is not 27.
Maybe it's 25.
No.
That's
Because
really
And
high.
it was gonna... I have... I mean,
When
I
you're
have,
a monkey gorilla
I
bat.
thought you were going
or
to say
something.
when you're a monk. I was like,
when you're a
excuse me?
monk. My AC... Sorry, it's 24.
Okay, that makes more
It,
sense.
it,
I'm
it-
still a
it's
little
gonna be
surprised.
25 when I level up, or when I get the armor up.
That's a little high.
So it's how scatter works
Yeah.
is this weapon
High
fires
dex.
a cluster of pellets in a wide spray scattered of the area listed with it, indicating the radius of the spray. On hit, the primary target of the attack with the scatter of the weapon listed damage. The target and all other creatures within the listed radius take 1 splash damage per weapon damage dice.
Oh.
So
I'm going to take more damage.
you're going to take an additional... well, technically, damage dice, does crits count as...
I don't know. That's a good question, actually. I'd say yeah.
Jason?
I'd say yeah. I think it.
Dayton?
I think it makes sense.
Dayton?
I think it makes sense.
Okay, so then you're all going to take 6 addition. You're going to take 6 damage, and you're going to take an additional 6.
But I don't get a saving throw or anything.
No, it just says anyone within the cluster takes it. It does not give...
They do, says Don.
they do what?
Take-
they
Add
do
to the
take
damage
it.
die, yeah.
Oh,
Crit does.
I thought you were saying they do
Sorry.
get a save. I was like, I don't
Wait, heard my name,
see
Ruffle.
that.
Jason!
And then he turns invisible. That's going to bring us to Robin's turn.
Hold on, I gotta take 6 damage real quick.
He
It's in my
could be mad
contract
right now.
Who?
This individual.
Okay.
I think I want to cast Soothing Spring.
See, the only reason why I didn't think it was additional damage is technically I'm not rolling additional dice. Because the game specifically says you roll your dice and then double it.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
I don't know. That's a fine line, I guess.
Yeah.
I think it's reasonable, though, because, first of all, it's such a low number whenever you scale off damage die. I think it makes sense to scale it off crit, you know? But I don't know if that's what they intended.
Will someone pick that dog up?
Oh, damn it. It says casting time 1 minute. I can't do that.
That's quieter than the polka music outside.
Well, chat can hear the borking. They couldn't hear the polka
That's
music.
so strange. It's almost arbitrary.
Well, it's almost like we're using completely
You're right.
different microphones.
You know what? That's absolutely not arbitrary in any way.
So how... I still have Familiar's face going. I probably don't, actually. It going invisible... I can... There's like... Is it a penalty to try to target it where I last saw it if I want to try to target it with something?
So, with it being invisible, you have a -4 to attacking it.
Okay. What about if it needs to, like, make a check? And so I target it with something.
You can't target something you can't see.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Consider it not in line of sight.
Okay.
Like, you can still target an arrow at something not in line of sight, but you can't target, like, mind control.
Now, perhaps, though, I could do an area effect in the area that it's in. I wasn't expecting him to turn invisible. This has caused me to go through my spells a little bit.
I mean, mechanically, you can stay in your turn, but we can go to Krug because Krug's next, if that's helpful.
And I know what I'm doing, because invisible I don't give a shit about.
Yeah, if you know what you're doing and you don't need healing immediately, let's put your turn above mine. I'm going to look at this a little bit.
So you delay, is your
I delay my turn.
Does that make it my turn? I have Tremor Sense, so I think I still know where they are. Unless they have a way to get around Tremor Sense. See that look? That's the look when your GM remembers you have Tremor Sense.
No, that's me going, what are the rules behind Tremor Sense?
It's an imprecise sense. So I know
creatures that feel vibrations through the solid surface caused by movement is usually imprecise sense that limits range. Listed in the ability, Tremor Sense functions only if the detected creature is of the same surface. Yeah, so yeah, you could absolutely use it.
Sweet. So I know where they are, and I will enter a new stance called Clinging Shadows stance. Mm-hmm. If you would permit me, I would like to flavor it in a specific way to the way that Krug works. So the focus spell as written gives you like tendrils of shadow that you can use to like manipulate objects. I'd like it to instead be sand.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just like parts of
you're
me
gonna become like Sandman.
Yeah, so parts of me like come off and I can like manipulate them, and I'm like, do you think that I can't see you? And I'm gonna grapple.
Cool.
I was like, what are you doing?
I nailed that placement. I couldn't even see.
That's going to be, with all of my insane bonuses. Oh, hey, what a convenient outcome. 39.
39?
To grapple.
Great. Can you do me a favor? Mm-hmm. And can you roll me a fortitude save?
Sure. God. Yeah. That's absolutely okay. What about, wait.
95.
33.
33. 1 second. I'm trying to look for its class DC.
And I will have you know that this is at range, so I'm not in a 5 foot reach of them.
Correct. You're grappling them, though, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're still touching them, right?
No, I'm not. It's the tendril thing.
It's a tendril thing that's still connected to you, though.
It's a weapon. Because the let me read it.
Yeah.
Flavor, it's the sand, but
it is. Yeah. So excluding the flavor that I added to it, you can make Shadow Grasp strikes. These deal 1d4 negative damage, are in the Brawling group, and have the Agile, Grapple, Reach, and Unarmed traits. Oh, unarmed traits. Maybe it is me touching them, actually.
It is.
I think that makes sense.
Wow.
So what'd you roll again?
So the grapple trait normally lets you use your weapon to make the grab, so you don't have to have your hands free. But I think in this case that does make sense, actually. So
33 was what you rolled.
For fortitude, 33, yeah.
Okay. Okay, third level, and every 2 levels thereafter, the damage increases by 1d4. So
is it poison damage?
Yes.
Okay, I am.
I know you're not immune. You're resistant.
I think I'm resistant. Yeah. Let me double check. This is a part of my character I haven't used before.
So yeah, as you touch it, you touch this poisonous frog, and take a whopping.
Do I not have? Maybe I don't have the thing I thought I did.
You take 9 damage from the poison.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't even care that much.
Wait, aren't you something
Resistant.
poison?
Yeah, I think I am resistant.
He's looking for it right now.
I can't find it, so I'm just gonna take the damage and I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're resistant, you just minus whatever.
Yeah.
It's max of it. It's gonna be like 5.
It's you know what? It's probably disease now that I'm thinking about it again.
That makes sense.
So I'm just gonna treat poison as regular for now, and then if I decide that I'm immune to poison later, I'll change
and
it in my head.
for the grapple, it's against its what DC?
You can roll athletics or acrobatics.
It's gonna roll acrobatics. 32.
Negative.
Just barely missed.
A grab ya. Where are we relative to each other?
You're about maybe 10 feet away from you.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna step into their space, and then I'm gonna disarm.
Okay.
That's not the best. So I have to remember that this bonus is only for athletics checks to grapple. So I need to do only 18 to this roll. So that's 32 to disarm. I have to crit to actually...
It's against his fort DC.
What?
The grapple.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Athletics or acrobatics is to escape.
Yeah.
That's
I was
my
not
bad.
to say.
My bad.
You still beat it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the disarm?
And that is against what?
I don't remember. Give me 1 second. I have it right here.
You have to crit for it to do anything.
Yeah. Stupid.
To do anything real.
Stupid
That or it's -2.
It's a skill, right? Yeah, there we go. This is athletics. Against reflex DC. Reflex DC.
Oh, reflex.
I attempt athletics against reflex DC.
What did you get?
32.
Reflex DC is just its reflex plus 10, so yeah it's a success.
Okay, so then it's...
Just a success, though.
Yeah. It is...
-2.
+2 circumstance bonus to disarm and -2 to attacks with the item.
Mm-hmm. Oh no.
Or other checks
There we
requiring a
go.
firm
I thought I
grasp
had
on the item,
this.
whatever that
Okay.
means.
Maybe trying to throw it?
Yeah, I
don't
guess.
know. Okay, you did the range grapple, you moved.
Step and then disarm.
Okay. That brings us...
And then as I'm in their space and grappling them, I'm going to be like, I see you.
You see Krug holding the air.
Does that affect targeting the frog at all? If I can see my friend holding him?
You're still...
Okay, cool.
Because
Then-
now your friend's in the same space of it. It's the same penalty. Which
Cool.
chat has updated us. It is a flat DC, so it's a D20.
That's right. Okay, cool. And is that because it's concealed? If it was undetected, would it be
Yeah,
different?
if it's concealed, it's a flat 5. If it's hidden, it's a flat 11. So you have to roll that to
Okay.
Undetected is like a whole other realm of you don't know it's there. That's like a completely
So what
different
is this
thing.
considered right now?
concealed.
It should be undetected because Fairy Fire, which I'm about to cast if I need to, would change it to concealed rather than undetected if it's invisible. It says if the creatures are invisible, they are concealed while affected by Fairy Fire rather than being undetected.
Oh, well then there you go.
So, currently undetected.
Currently undetected.
But Robin is going to put a hand on Remy's shoulder and say, "Go," and just kind of toss a hand out, and a burst of color, heatless fire, colorful heatless fire. I think it's going to be a bright green, and is going to outline all of us in a 10-foot burst around me. So probably everyone that we know is here. Maybe some that we don't, but hopefully not.
40 more of them.
Visible creatures can't be concealed while affected by Fairy Fire. If the creatures are invisible, they are concealed while affected rather than being undetected. That's 2 of my actions, and the go was guidance for Remy.
Nice.
That's my 3rd.
Okay, that brings us to Remy.
Well,
So now it's a flat 5.
Well, it's not even a flat 5. Remy's gonna.
Oh yeah!
I can't believe this.
You did choose to take that.
I don't even know what.
So Remy's gonna, I guess, head on over, pull out
Seems reasonable.
their bastard sword, and is going to be looking right at the frog, with this fairy fire now, and is going to say, I mean, at this point, I think everyone can see you. Because I took blind fight when I turned level 8.
Nice.
So...
You all get to be cool.
So, I don't need to succeed a flat check to target concealed creatures, and now that the fairy fire is on it, and it counts as concealed, I can just fight it like normal. I'm not flat-footed to creatures that are hidden from me, and even if it was hidden, I would only need to succeed on a DC 5 flat check, so... Also, if an adjacent undetected creature at my level or lower is next to me, it is instead only hidden from me instead of undetected, but I doubt this thing is a lower level than me.
It is not.
Is it taller than me?
Yes.
Cool.
So
it's a prerequisite.
I'm coming in for that attack.
I'm just saying it is.
I'm doing a chop. That's what we're gonna start with.
+1 if you want it.
I have a +1. I'll take it. I'm trying to crit, even though I probably won't. That's gonna be 34.
34 to hit?
Yes.
It is a success.
Fair enough. Fair enough. 34? Okay. So I'm just gonna do that attack like normal. I've got my dice right here. Do that. Wow, I thought that was a 1. It was gonna be a 1 and a 2. I was like, woo! Okay. And then so the damage for that, for my sword, that's going to be 16 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do a second attack, and that's going to be okay. That was so close to a nat 20. I just want you to know that. It was on the 20 and then rolled over.
I hate those. The one thing I like about digital dice is they don't toy with you like that.
31.
31? 31 hits.
31 hits. And this is going to be an advantageous assault. So, when an enemy's movement is compromised, you deliver a more deadly blow. Make a strike against a creature that is grabbed, prone, or restrained. You gain a circumstance bonus to damage on the strike equals to the number of weapon damage die, or that number +2 if you're wielding the weapon in 2 hands, which I am. And since I hit, that's going to be an extra +4 to the damage. So that, good damage. 17 + 7 is 24. And then add 4 more, so 28 damage for that attack. And since I moved to the creature, I took 2 attacks. That is my...
How much damage was it?
That's 28 damage.
Did you have to move? Because it had moved up to us before.
It moved up to Krug.
Yeah, it moved.
You weren't
up to
like in a line.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
I probably moved like 5 or 10 feet, so not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. It's all good.
All right. That brings it to its turn. It literally looks at you, Krug. Roll me a will save.
This thing
is that a manipulate?
Ooh, that's okay.
By chance?
Did it roll? Oh,
would I even be
it's
able
not,
to see it?
Yeah.
I don't know how it works with concealed for my
will save?
opportunity attacks.
Yeah, gunfire is a manipulate action.
But it was also a surprise.
Well, it was also 5 feet away.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But now that I'm right up on it, if it wants to do anything.
Great.
28.
28. That is a failure.
No.
I figured as much.
No.
The monk. And I failed a save? What is this?
Yeah, that sucks.
I'd like to speak to your manager.
I can't believe I just want you to know I was between Blind Fight and like a couple other ones, and I was talking to Jonas, and I was like, I really like this one, but it's like so conditional, and it's like, and we were literally saying like we haven't really fought anything that's like invisible or concealed or anything, and so I almost took Felling Strike, but then I was like, I don't.
Krug, you're frightened 1.
Okie dokie.
Do you need to know what frightened one is?
No. I don't at all.
Okay. It is going to attempt to escape from you, and that's an acrobatics check against your...
The DC, which was... wait. Is escape a DC, or do you need me to roll grapple again? I don't remember.
No, it
or is it
rolls
the same?
DC.
It rolls against you.
Just like your
against your
fortitude DC, I believe.
Now is escaping and manipulate.
I don't know.
With me.
Someone tell me.
Escape. Attempt check using your unarmed attack modifier. Attempt a check using your unarmed attack modifier against the DC of the effects. Typically at athletics DC of the creature grabbing you.
Okay, so it's your athletics DC.
Yeah.
Okay, which is what?
Which is
And it rolls
to escape 30.
Okay, and it's rolling what again? Thievery? No. Acrobatics. It can attempt acrobatics or athletics check.
Thank you, Don.
So it has to be a 30. Its acrobatics is a 15, and I rolled a 19.
Ooh.
So that is a 34.
That's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's gonna do it.
there it goes.
I had to use an action.
There goes my extra 4 damage.
Sorry.
That's okay.
We'll get it back.
It's fun.
If I don't die. I don't think I will.
Well, we might all die.
Not this round, I hope.
It technically hasn't made a hostile action, so it's technically sort of invisible, I guess, but not really because all of you can just see him.
I don't know.
It's invisible in the most like non-effective way.
Yeah. Like
Well, it's still concealed. Or no.
It is.
Yeah, it's still concealed.
It is. It's undetected.
Also, escape is a
undetected.
hostile action. It is
Oh,
an
it is?
attack.
Oh, okay. So then there you go. It is. It can be fully seen now.
Oh.
Great. Thanks, Fairy Fire.
And then it is okay. So then
Still glowing. Still glowing.
It has taken 2 actions, and it is going to. Okay, it is going to use an ability called Risky Reload. You practice a technique for rapidly reloading your firearm, but attempt to use this technique is dangerous gamble with your firearm's functions instead of indicating a reload firearm that makes a strike with that firearm. If the strike fails, the firearm misfires. So it has to hit you or it misfires.
Me?
I mean, I feel like you can't
And
miss.
Don reminded you of the multiple attack penalty since the escape was an attack.
Yes, it is its second attack.
Thank you, Don.
Well, I highly doubt that that's going to miss.
I'm not even in the right stance to have a good AC. So.
I mean, isn't it a plus 29 to hit? So, like, -5 would be plus 25 still?
which
Yeah.
is more than my AC
24.
right now.
And I rolled a 14. So
You're fine. You
Yeah.
crit.
okay.
Your AC is
You
lower than
crit.
25?
Yeah, when I'm not in mountain stance.
Wow.
When I changed into
Yeah.
the sandy person, I basically reworked my character from
Yeah.
dex based to strength based. So I have to be in that stance to have a good AC.
Gotcha.
But it also lets me have much more health.
I rolled really low. 13 times 2 is 26.
Nice. That's not very nice.
And then you take another 6.
Oh, that's right.
And you all take another 6.
We're gonna fix that problem. I should have fixed that problem before. And I was just.
And then it goes back to Robin.
Cool. Still fully visible. Awesome. I'm going to. It's taller than me. You said it's taller than me, Jake. It's taller than me. I'm shorter than it, so height-wise, it's above me.
It is technically a small creature.
Okay, me too.
That's kind of changing my perspective.
How tall is it? I just know how tall it is. I just gotta know how tall it is.
I'm saying you can use whatever
It's taller than me. I'm gonna. Robin points at the sky and says, "It's taller than me." And calling out to the skies, summons a bolt of lightning to strike through a foe above me and down. It doesn't have to be directly above me, I don't think. No, just either taller than you or higher in the air. So points up at it just like a few inches. And it is going to make a basic reflex save.
Basic reflex save, where if it crits, it takes 0 damage.
I
No,
don't
basic
know about
reflex
that.
save you still.
Totally
No,
have.
basic is success is half, Critical success is none.
Oh, you know what? Oh,
failure is full. Critical failure is double.
Wait a
That's
minute, wait a
basic.
minute.
That's every basic save.
Cool.
Your first strike each round. This actually is very silly for me to do. I'm realizing it's the whole point of this is also to like charge up a weapon with power.
I have the power.
So actually, and I don't use weapons. So I'm gonna go through all of this, but I'm actually just gonna cast my like usual lightning bolt thing.
Fair enough.
Not the new cool lightning spell. And then as the lightning actually just gathers into her finger, she points at it, and actually I'm just gonna cast slow.
Wow, we all got taken on a trip.
So gonna zap lightning is just gonna kind of go around them and just kind of peter out, but they're shaking a little bit, and they're going to
Cast Fireball.
fortitude save.
42.
One last chance to
DC
change the spell.
26.
Okay.
Because I think everything with lightning, so it's easy to just transmogrify.
Yeah.
You said will?
That's how.
Sorry,
fortitude.
36.
Oh God.
Pretty high.
Yeah, I don't know if that's my DC is 26. Is that a critical save?
Yes, it's 10 above.
Okay, yeah. So then, yeah, it's unaffected. Shakes it off. That's 2 of my actions. Gonna raise my shield.
Oh no!
Krug, your turn.
Oh.
I'm very close to this.
Yeah, you're next to each other.
Is it
Wish
slimy?
that didn't happen.
No.
Okay.
It's poisony.
We know that. First of all, first action. I would like to, instead of being in between the frog, toad,
It's frog.
Frog.
instead of being in between the frog and my allies, I would like to shift sides so that if the toad wants to target me, they either have to take a move action or not shoot my allies. That's my goal. I want to be on the other side.
Sure,
Does that make sense?
Sure.
I wanted to do that last round, but I forgot to say it, and that's
Sure.
definitely my fault and not your fault. That sounded sarcastic, but it did not mean for it to be. I'm going to grapple next action. Pew! Oh, man. Natural 20.
Nice.
Get worked.
For what is this?
That's a total of 42.
A 42 for what?
Grapple.
Thank you. Yes.
Sorry. The grapple. It's a grapple. It's high.
Yeah. That's
Is that a crit?
That's a crit.
Okay, great. And then we're gonna.
There's no way that's not a crit.
I mean, there is.
Well, I mean, you've already succeeded a grapple,
That's
so
true.
you know. Yeah.
Okay, that's actually totally fair. Flurry of blows is my next action.
Okay.
The first were my new attack bonus 30, just like plain 30
30 to hit.
to hit.
Yep, that is a success.
And then the second one is 28.
28 high, so meets it beats.
Get it. Okay, that's going to be. Boop.
This was a key strike, right?
Flurry of blows.
Flurry of blows. That's
Yeah.
what I meant.
Boop. Okay, so that's 6, 7, 8, 9. That's really bad damage, by the way. And then 13, and then 17 damage. And then we're also... Did we take this feat is my question? I don't think we did, actually. Okay, that's my turn.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. And then 4 more damage for crush and grab, which I forgot I had.
So how much damage did it take?
17 plus 4.
21.
So 21 damage.
Is it dead?
No. No. It's not even bloodied. All right. That brings us to Remy.
Okay. Remy's just gonna start hacking and slashing,
Okay.
shall we? Well, if I don't crit, I don't know what will. Well, a nat 20 would, but I did not roll a nat 20. You can see it.
Yeah, I see. It's a 19.
I love that part of this. We can do that now.
So 38.
It meets, it beats. That's a critical.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, yeah. Well, because, yeah.
Oh.
Because I got a
And-
28 and it
Good,
makes
good.
it beats.
Yeah,
Good.
and is it grappled right now? Is that what I
Yeah.
just heard? Is it? And
It's actually
does it have a minus 2?
incapacitated.
Does it have a minus 2?
Not incapacitated.
It's flat-footed. It's
Yeah,
definitely
it's
flat-footed.
Flat-footed. Cool, cool.
But I crit the grapple.
Oh, yeah.
So
sorry, in my head when I hear incapacitate, I think fucking knocked out.
Oh yeah, that's not that would be OP.
You okay?
Yeah, just cool spell. New spell.
Okay, not the worst
restrained?
damage. Not the worst.
I think it was restrained.
Okay, cool. So then for this crit,
Restrained is the word.
that's and I get the extra 4 points of damage because it's grabbed and grappled and stuff. Cool. Does that double? I can't remember.
All the damage doubles.
All the damage.
Everything
Everything doubles. Okay. Cool. Then that's 21, 20, 26. Doubled, so 52.
Nice.
52 damage. Boom! 52 damage.
That definitely put him in the bloodied territory.
I'd like to take 1 damage just as a consequence of how hard Remy, just for flavor. Just go, oh god.
And then I'm gonna come in for a second. Oh wait, no, take 8 points of damage off of that. I'm forgetting advantageous assault. It has the press tag. So I'm doing advantageous assault. Dang it! So not 52. Not 52. It's 44. 44. All right.
That's still good.
It's still good. Still good. 44 damage, and coming in with my second attack, which will be an advantageous assault, and that's so much worse. so much worse.
Dislike your bending
So
of the
much
rules.
worse. Oh, they don't like it that I did that. So 25. I think.
25 to hit.
No. 28. Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that hits.
Perfect.
Wait. Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's like
because
the
I did a
AC.
38. Okay. So, I love when I screw up my math. Okay. Cool. So that's just going to be a regular hit then. And this one will be an advantageous assault. And it's coming at you with some, pretty much the same. I rolled the damage the same pretty much. 15. 22, and this time I add the 4. So 26 damage for this one.
Nice.
Which, if that one would have been doubled, it would have been 52, which is what, okay.
But it's
all
not,
right. Whatever. So,
yeah.
26, so that's my second attack.
Are you sure the saying is not it meets it crits?
No.
What are we
If
thinking?
it hits it crits, that's what I say.
What are we thinking, gang? Do I go for a third strike?
I mean, I don't see why not.
A second advantageous assault.
I'm not about to run.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
I'm doing it.
Oh, you shouldn't have done it.
It's a 7. It's a 7.
Oh, okay. It's a 7. Oh, yeah, because I can see the one. I can see the one. Yeah.
It's a 7.
It still misses. There's
yeah,
no way.
Could you imagine if that was a 1? What would you have done to me?
No, I wouldn't have done anything, but it was like, well, that proves you should have just not.
Just done anything else.
All right, so going in
Raise
for
your
the
shield.
third attack. Doesn't make it.
All right, it is going to make the attempt to escape.
Good luck this time.
What is it now?
40. Is it just 40? It's just 40.
Should have given you guidance, make it a 41.
I don't think it works like that.
I mean, if I given it to you before you rolled, because didn't you roll to?
Oh yeah, I think it.
It's just
work like that.
It still missed at 37.
No.
Oh, that's so close though.
When it's grappled, when it's like that, it can't move, right?
You're talking about restrained?
Restrained, yeah. What is the rules when it's restrained? I'm just trying to figure out what it can do.
Your DM screen not tell you?
That sounded so.
Grab. What is it?
It's still against your athletics DC.
No. You have the flat-footed and immobilized conditions. So immobilized is you can't use anything with the move trait, right? And then, and you can't use any actions with the attack or manipulate traits except to attempt to escape or force open. Restrained overrides grabbed.
Okay.
So you have to just try to escape again.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Well, what's Don is saying that like it's still against your athletics DC to get out.
Not against your roll.
Not against.
Yeah, it's against a DC.
Oh.
So
I thought it was against the.
No, it's not against your roll.
32.
So then it
did succeed. Okay, great.
Rants.
Even with a crit, that doesn't give it a little.
No, it just changes what it basically, because if it's just grabbed, it has to roll a flat 5 DC.
Oh, 30, not 32.
I see.
It has to roll a flat 5 DC to do anything other than try to escape. With what the crit did is it made it so that it literally could only make the choice to try to.
Yeah, as
escape.
opposed to
Got it.
The small minor chance of not being able to do a certain thing.
All right. It points the gun at the ground and fires. and a smoky plume of black powder fills a 20-foot emanating centered on its location.
Is that a manipulate to
it is
shoot the gun?
to shoot the gun? Is that a manipulate?
So the action I'm using is called Smoke Curtain, which I think it's an attack. I think it is a manipulate action.
An attack isn't flat out a manipulate.
But I know that ranged attacks or attacks with ranged weapons tend to be.
Ranged attacks are. I can.
Hold on, I'm just pulling up Smoke Curtain specifically from Pathfinder because it will. Nethys will say if it's a manipulate.
Yeah, because makes a ranged attack. Yeah, so it's a manipulate action, a move action, ranged attack action, or leaves a square during the move action. So does it count as a ranged attack or a manipulate?
I don't know because it's not on Archives of Nethys. Smoke Curtain, and specifically, I'm using Path Builder, and it doesn't say anything. It just says Gunslinger,
Sure.
which is super not helpful.
Is it okay if I look up Smoke Curtain?
Yeah, of course. It's a Gunslinger ability.
Don seems to believe that ranged attacks in melee are.
Yeah.
Yes, but I don't know if this is considered to be
yeah,
a ranged
exactly.
attack. Because specifically Smoke Curtain says, let me pull that up. Smoke Curtain says, you load an extra dose of powder into your shot, causing it to belch a cloud of smoke. You make a strike with your firearm and create a cloud of smoke in a 20-foot emanating centered on your location. Creatures are concealed while within the smoke, and creatures outside are concealed. So it does say strike. It does say
strike doesn't have manipulate though. Strike has attack.
Yeah, it kind of
sounds like
it's not a ranged
firearm.
attack.
Yeah, it sounds like this is not a ranged attack, because especially since you're literally aiming it at the ground. So
yeah, makes sense. Okay.
Firearm strike is ranged. Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's a firearm strike. Because strike is the same word that's used for crossbow strike.
So a firearm strike as opposed to like a melee strike.
Here's the manipulate trait, and honestly it feels like they forgot to add it. Because it says you must physically manipulate an item or make gestures to use this trait. To use an action with this trait.
So like loading a bullet.
Like
loading
shooting a gun, even. Like,
okay.
You know what
I mean like swinging a sword.
He's still manipulating.
I don't feel like that.
I think swinging a sword is more an extension of your arm, whereas manipulating a gun is pulling the trigger, you know? It's like a fine, dexterous thing. You could tape a sword to your arm.
Sure, because that's why a crossbow bolt is like considered something that I can...
Now, while I agree with the calling of a firearm strike being a manipulate action, I disagree with the sword not being a manipulate, because not being hit is the key, right? Because opening up yourself to an attack, which is what Remy's trying to do. And while mechanically it is true that a melee strike isn't opening yourself up, but if you have a sword taped to your arm, you're absolutely opening yourself up to an attack. And even a sword, even if you have a sword, if
you are manipulating.
You're manipulating.
I was trying to come up with an analogy. Quickly.
Yeah.
It's not wholly consistent, but it does. There is some logic to it.
I agree. It is a manipulate action. That's
why
I'm like
the ranged attack.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Cool. So
all right.
Because you get an attack of opportunity.
Yes, I'm gonna try.
And if you crit,
that is a one.
Hero point.
That is a one.
Hero point.
Hero point.
All that fucking conversation
for nothing. And it's even more for nothing. Okay, so what happens?
So a 20-foot emanating conceals your location, creating you're concealed within the smoke.
No, you're not.
The creatures outside of the area are concealed to creatures within the smoke, and the smoke dissipates at the start of your next turn. If your strike is a critical failure, your fire misfires. Okay, so it actually has to make an attack against someone, not just the ground.
Okay.
So we're gonna say Remy, because Remy has done the most amount of
damage. I know. I feel like we could have done the ground.
I think that's a fair choice.
16. Okay, plus 29 equals 45.
Multiple attack penalty.
Well, so even 45. 40. Does 40 hit?
It crits. It fully crits. Yeah. If
you took away another 5.
If you taped 2 shields to me, it would still crit.
To your arm? arms so that you can swing him around?
Yeah, so I can swing him around. Totally not leaving myself open to it.
Ooh, I did really well.
Deuces.
I think death will be the judge of that.
Plus that, 19 plus 4 equals 23 times 2, so 46.
I eat 46 for breakfast.
Um,
I eat pieces. I don't swear on this show, so I can't say the joke.
So how this works is currently Krug and Remy are concealed to you,
Well-
and you're concealed to them.
but any creature affected by fairy fire cannot be concealed.
It isn't concealed.
It,
They're concealed.
but they're
all
also
affected
affected
by
by it because
fairy
it was an area. It was everyone in an area, so
Oh,
all of
okay.
us. So
All
I don't
of
think
us.
any of us can be concealed
except
right
for you.
now. Let me check, but it said
Oh, that's an interesting question. It's a burst around.
all
right?
creatures in the area, and it was a 10-foot burst. I wouldn't have had to make it hit all of us. And actually, I probably couldn't have made it hit them and me, so I guess I would be out of it.
So
Okay.
you all can't see Robin,
Robin.
but Robin can see everyone.
But I have
Yeah.
tremor sense, so
And you can all
I
see
at least
each
know
other.
where Robin
Okay,
is.
cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess like the non-combatants are also not affected by the fairy
And I
fire.
can kind of still see. I don't know how blind fight works.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
it's-
you can
oh,
see
literally
the
I
enemy anyway.
can't
So.
because it says enemies.
Oh, interesting.
I think it literally uses the term enemies. Hold on.
That's
Well,
an interesting distinction.
It also probably only comes into play when you target.
invisible opponents.
Opponents,
It
yep.
literally says
Ooh,
opponents.
that
That
works.
seems weird.
Hold on, does mine say opponents? I don't think.
I mean,
it
it's
should, but-
it's like you're tapping into your fighting brain.
Yeah.
Cool. Great.
Wow, that's a weird quirk of that.
I think it's more of like a you're paying attention in the fight, like in the moment, right? So you're like really carefully tracking your opponent's like footsteps or
Yeah.
whatever. But like you're not paying attention to your allies that closely, I imagine.
I can't believe in one of the rare instances where I get to whip out the opportunity attack, I got a 1 and a 2.
That's so funny.
Literally, and it was like
That's so funny.
it's like a solid 5-minute discussion.
Yeah.
And then you get it, and then no
Yeah.
times 2.
Oh.
Game don't want that.
And then I got blasted for 46 damage.
Which might not have happened if you hadn't done the
Yes.
opportunity attack. Oh my god.
I mean, maybe.
No, Remy.
I mean,
Remy
if I-
has done.
You think they would've been the target no matter what?
absolutely
Yeah.
the most amount of damage.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, yeah, and if I had crit on the opportunity attack, it would have prevented you from doing that, I
Okay.
think. Or no, not for attacks. That's just for manipulates, like straight up, I think. Because I have to take a feat to stop someone's attack, don't I?
What did you say?
Okay, I don't know.
I got lost in the syntax there.
I'm not talking to myself.
Does that make it the frog's turn, or is it my turn?
It's your turn, but moving forward, we need to with Tremor Sense. Tremor Sense doesn't allow you to know where they are, even if they're.
It does.
No, it doesn't. If they're invisible, it turns them from undetected to hidden. It does not
Hidden?
to hidden. I'm literally reading imprecise because it says it's an imprecise sense. I'm reading imprecise sense. It says it can be used to make an undetected creature or one you didn't even know that was there merely hidden. It can't make the creature observed. It literally says it can't make the creature observed. Yeah. So all it does is it just drops it down one increment. Which is the same thing as Fairy Fire.
Yeah, at least, and then when we had the Fairy Fire, would that have gone even further with it?
Yeah,
or-
because it would basically make something that is hidden observed.
It's like, well, I can see it and feel it, but I don't know where it is.
Yeah, exactly. So when it went invisible, it was technically undetected.
So
And so it would have changed it to hidden, which you would have still had to have made a check to see it.
Okay.
But we're past that point. I'm not
sure.
worried about it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm just saying moving forward, we'll go back to that.
Okay, so it can't be observed, and it just reduces the.
It moves it from if it's invisible specifically. If it's undetected, it moves it from undetected to hidden.
Okay.
and the levels
And
of
then-
this with the Fairy Fire and your Tremor Sense right now, but it's concealed by the smoke screen thing.
We're just like
No, I
so
think-
funny.
I think the
because the
distinction
fairy
is-
fire basically makes
Yeah.
the smoke screen pointless.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. I get that.
I love all of the sensory gameplay we have here.
Yeah,
today.
we're doing some wild stuff today.
This makes it your turn, Kurt.
Okay, I'm going
Only
to.
I could see or sense this.
I'm gonna grapple one more time.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna grapple one more time.
One more time. I'm gonna grapple me a frog. Oh, yeah.
That is
You're not planning on slashing him, right?
Me?
39.
Not you.
And
I know
that's
you
against
are.
what again?
Fortitude DC.
You said 30 what?
9.
Yeah, that's a success.
Sweet.
So grabbed?
So grabbed. I'm going to. That's not gonna actually help me. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna flurry of blows.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna disarm. Boom. Ooh. 18 plus 18, 36.
36 hits.
Not a crit.
No.
To disarm.
Oh, to disarm, which
Yeah.
is against what again?
You've
got to
Yeah.
tell me what you're doing.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah. I said disarm.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I did say like two different things.
I don't mean disarm. I mean you got to tell me what it's against.
Reflex DC.
Reflex DC.
Yeah. Sorry.
What'd you roll?
36.
That is barely a success. Yeah.
Okay, a success.
But it's not a crit success.
It's not a
Yeah.
success.
Which
But
crit
mine is
success
2 to
is-
the attacks.
Sure.
And then last action, I'll flurry of blows. Boop. That's really bad. 22.
Okay.
Does it hit? Second attack. Oh. 26. Doesn't hit either.
Mm-mm. All right, that brings us to Robin.
Okay. Is anyone in need of healing this round, or could you wait to next round? Could both of you wait to next round?
I could probably.
Okay.
I'm mostly okay.
I can heal now, or I can potentially make more damage happen
If
for the rest.
the frog rolls any better than what has already been done,
Okay.
Remy's starting to say that they're bloodied.
Okay.
I'm very bloody, but I think I could take one more.
if
There's a
it's
small
not-
chance I could take one
If
more.
it's not an incredible damage die roll from Jake on a crit, I'm okay.
I could take a crit.
I could take probably middle of the road crit.
All right, I'm gonna
could take-
heal Remy. I could heal both. Could be 3d8 plus.
I think you just kill it.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, I can invest in having it take more damage next time Remy attacks it.
That's
For a while.
Are you talking about giving me haste or making me big?
No, actually.
Wow.
I think I want to try this. Oh God, it's so funny how I go back and forth between like nobody respects me as a healer and then not healing. Sometimes I do heal a lot in combat, but I also spend a lot of time not healing in combat because there's so much other shit I can do. Moss isn't here. You're hurt so bad. I'm gonna heal Remy. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do 2 action, level 3 heal on Remy.
Cool.
So that's gonna be 3d8 plus 24 plus 3 for my staff. Because it's 1 for each level, if I remember. So 3d8 plus 27.
This is why, like,
Jeez.
I think if you're gonna play a healer, you should literally that should be your mentality. Like,
40.
only take stuff that does healing.
Yeah,
pretty much, 'cause,
both
like,
Moss and I are like off healers.
yeah,
so we're
because
like,
anytime
I don't
any
even
other
think that's true. I think if you want to play a pure support character, I think you can do off heal and then it works. But I think if you want to do pure support, don't only take heals and
yeah,
Yeah, and
which
buffs.
is mostly what I've
Yeah,
done,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then like some damage, but like
because those
yeah.
spells are really good,
Well, and
especially
if
the ones that
that's
can
your
target other
mentality,
characters.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, the exciting thing I get to do is heal. Or
I will tell you, as someone who plays a pure healer in Pathfinder 2nd Edition and a home game, I play a life oracle, and I only have heal spells. I have no spells outside of heal spells, and the GM has to put stuff significantly higher than us, like double what our CR is supposed to be, because they can't kill us.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
Awesome.
Because all of the things that the Life Oracle does, the fact that their D8s turn into D12s for healing, and the fact is that I have an ability, or that I cast abilities that when my allies take damage, they take less damage. I take that, so like it's a whole thing.
Yep. You're just like a health battery.
Yeah, I'm literally a secondary life battery for 3 of the other players.
I healed Remy for 40, and that's my turn.
I think that would be fun. Wow.
That was like almost a full crit.
Yeah.
Which I think it's safe to say all of their attacks have been crits so far.
Yeah. So it's to be expected. The next few would be crits as well.
That's your turn?
That's my turn.
And now it's Remy's turn.
Okay, going in for that slash.
Get him!
Here we go!
Did I grab him? Is he grabbed?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Grabbed. I can't do it has to be the second one. Oh my word.
Well, that's a 2.
Wow.
Okay. So 21, I think. 21 to hit.
Nope.
Even though it's flat-footed, it's flat-footed, right?
It is flat-footed. That is still a no.
Okay, here we go. Advantageous assault, everyone.
Mm-hmm. That does more damage.
It does.
I love that.
Okay, still not...
It's 10, and what? No, it's 9 higher than the last one.
25.
Nope.
No.
Wow.
When the fighter misses...
I just gotta do it again, I guess.
Wait, don't you not get your penalty if you miss or something?
That's a different thing.
Okay.
If I'm doing advantageous assault, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which maybe I should have done the
But
other
that's
one,
okay.
but I gotta call it. I
Yeah,
have a
yeah,
bunch of
yeah.
different stuff.
That's like
That's
the
right,
important
yeah.
part about that whole thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have all
choosing
these
what kind of attack
tactical
you're doing.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I could have done exacting strike.
Exactly.
Just now.
That's what I was thinking
Yeah.
of, yeah. But this is
But I didn't.
Cool.
I did an advantageous assault, so now I'm doing another advantageous assault. I might as well. I mean, what else have I got to do? I rolled another 2.
Oh, boy.
Kurt's holding on to the
my whole
frog
turn.
thing, just going like...
That's my whole turn.
I just want to say I've been playing Back 4 Blood a little bit, and I had a run earlier where there was someone who was clearly new, running through all the groups of birds, calling hordes of zombies. Very frustrating. I feel much better about this, though it is materially very similar.
All right, so it's not going to try and escape, Krug.
Okay.
It's going to roll the flat 5, and I rolled a 7.
I believe you.
And it's going to use its risky reload.
Is that a manipulate?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Come on. Oh, come on. 27?
27.
No.
27 does not.
Even with flat-footed?
Oh, 26.
So yes, you hit.
Oh,
You hit
okay.
regular.
I hit regular?
Get it!
Yeah.
I hit regular? Where's my frickin' D12? Pretty good damage,
That is a
too.
really good roll.
Wow.
That's a good roll. But it's not an advantageous assault.
No.
And it's not a crit.
Okay, so that's going to be 25 damage.
Okay,
That's a large amount of damage.
honestly, it's not looking great.
Cool. I don't need to do what I was gonna do, but I might.
Okay, Krug.
Smack.
Yes.
It uses its ability still, and which is it reloads and fires, and it is a crit because I rolled an 18 and it's a 29 to hit.
Yeah, 29's higher than my AC, so
Yep.
if you roll literally 10, you're fine.
Okay. Okay, so you're going to take double damage.
Wait, what do you have to roll to take a crit? You just 29 to hit. My AC out of stance is 24. Is that what it is?
My AC is 27. So
Yeah, outside of mountain
you have to
stance.
roll. You have to roll a 7. You have
Yeah.
to roll a 7 or lower to not crit.
Plus 4, 26 times 2.
52.
52.
Oh, I'm unconscious. I didn't expect that.
The thing happened. The thing
I
happened.
didn't expect that to be so much damage.
You were like,
Damn it.
I think I could take another crit.
I was at 50 health. I was 2 off.
50.
Yeah.
Jake was like, I did 46 damage to William over here. You're like, I could take another crit.
I said I could probably take another.
All right,
crit.
Well, here's the
I
thing.
was close.
If he's at 50 and had taken 46, he would have been okay, which I was also banking on. That's why I
Boom.
healed you and not him.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, jerk.
But
Well, how am I a jerk?
there's a bet going
Yeah.
that was just officially ended, right?
Yes.
And I think I lost because I think I gave you one more session before you went unconscious.
You didn't
Jason
think of
probably
Shotgun
knows.
Frog. If everybody had known
Never
that this was
counted on
Shotgun
Frog with a
Frog
gun.
session, they would have known it. Would have followed.
Yeah.
If only we counted on Frog with a gun.
It starts walking away after taking Krug out.
Okay, thinking back, when it was talking to us earlier and it was like, I'm going to send you to your maker, did it seem at all like it was talking mostly to Krug?
No,
Or-
it was talking
okay.
to all of you.
Oh, okay.
So it spends its second action walking away, and it turns and it looks at all of you and goes, thought this was going to be a fight. And it spends its free action to throw some things out on the ground, and it's going to spend its last action doing a demoralize action. So you have a bonus to this.
Yes, I do.
Robin has a penalty if.
Robin critically fails.
Yeah.
As a character choice.
19. But I haven't added anything yet.
No,
but you rolled a
it's your
20.
DC.
Oh, my DC. Okay. Which kind of DC?
It is against your will DC, I believe.
Okay. And that's 26. But you rolled a 20?
I rolled a 20.
Okay, there's nothing I can do about that. I rolled a 19 for nothing.
And it has... So it crits on you for sure.
Okay.
The question is, does it crit on Remy?
Now, is this a frightened condition?
It is it's demoralized.
A fear effect?
It is a fear effect.
Okay, cool.
Which I believe it drops it down by 1, I think.
And this is against my DC, or am I rolling?
It's against your will DC.
It's against my will DC. Okay.
DC?
Yeah, against, yeah.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it's a will DC, because it rolls.
It rolls?
It rolls.
Okay, then I don't think this comes into effect because it says when you roll a success at a will save against a fear effect, you get a critical success instead.
Man,
So.
we haven't played in so long.
I have demoralize. It is a type of intimidation check that target will DC you.
Yeah, okay.
Wow, okay, I don't have something for this.
Okay, so
Well, so if you find someone who's weak-willed, you can just yell at them
So
until you win.
my will DC is just 21.
all right, so its intimidation total
It's gonna crit.
was 42,
That's going to crit on both of us, yeah.
And that appears to crit.
and it was a natural 20, so it moves to
A double crit.
Yeah.
Indubitably.
So it has a couple of fun things. It's got an ability called Terrified Retreat. You are not affected.
I succeed. I'm gonna point that out by default.
When you critically succeed at a demoralize action, if the target's level is lower than yours, the target is fleeing for 1 round.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Fleeing sucks.
I will say I did read this. Anytime you gain the frightened condition, reduce its value by 1.
So it's not frightened. It's you have to flee. Doesn't
I'm not gaining the frightened condition. Is basically what you're saying.
I think so? Let me look at demoralize specifically.
Cool.
Because that is the action that I'm using. It might be because that is a specific. That's something different. The terrifying, demoralized, intimidation. Yeah. So if I were to, so it's a critical success. So you would become frightened 2 normally, but because of that, you're frightened 1. But the other action provides that you have to flee for 1 round.
And fleeing is literally use all your actions to go in the opposite direction of the thing that gave you the fleeing condition.
Great.
You're allowed to open doors and stuff.
But you have to go.
But you have to go away from them, yeah. Only if there's a door in your way.
Yeah.
I guess off I go.
Yeah. Both of you.
Yeah, I mean, just hop on our dogs and
Yeah,
ride
I think
off,
we have
huh?
our dogs and ride.
That
away.
sounds worse because then the dogs move faster than you.
Just a little bit, but it's also like if the dogs see us scared running away, they're gonna pick us up.
Yeah,
I don't
sure.
see them not picking us up. So
I'll be here dead. Don't worry about
So
me.
you both.
I'll be back for you.
You both spend a round running away. Krug, roll me a death save.
13.
By the way, this was the perfect time to roll a natural 20, by the way, because I'm trying to end the episode.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
13.
13, cool. Krug, you're slightly alive. I mean, you're still unconscious, so you're slightly alive.
Yeah.
You spend an entire round moving away.
Sure do.
I assume you spend an entire round coming back.
I might not need a whole round coming back because I can do stuff from like 30 feet away. So I'll probably save an action. There's no point. Yeah, I'll move back to where I was up to Krug if I can, and I'll just like be near him.
When you come back, he's gone.
Krug is gone?
No, Krug's still there.
The other guy.
Okay.
Oh, that would have been trippy.
No. Krug's still there.
I gotta go see my maker. Did you get that here?
He's still there, but he is gone.
Yeah.
The frog is gone. Are we in initiative? Can I speak for you?
You're good.
Dr. Herring, did you see where it went? Anything? The glowing outline run away?
They 100% also ran in fear.
Oh my God. And are you? Hello, Doctor?
Dr. Abd is like, I'm over here.
Okay. I'm gonna see to Krug. Can you take the dogs and go find the frog?
Remy like actually bends down on the ground and picks up like a little like shrapnel, and like looks at it and goes, "What was that weird crossbow?"
And loud too.
Yeah, I did. I mean, look, I've learned a lot about mechanisms in the last few years, and I've seen nothing like that. It was honestly quite terrifying.
What did you ask me to do?
Can you take the dogs and go to see if you can find the frog anywhere? Don't go too far, don't get hurt, but I want to make sure Krug's okay, and we gotta know what that was about.
No, I will not.
I'm going to
I'm going to
stabilize
leave that
Krug.
thing wherever it is going.
Krug's leaking sand.
Packing the sand back in and just like spitting in my hand, getting it wet.
That's the medicine check.
I'm also doing, regular medicine-y things.
Remy, grab the bucket, We're like making
How does it work with the flesh
sorry.
form?
Yes, you're...
I was going to say, while Robin does that, you do see the things that he threw onto the ground when he like walked away.
Oh, yeah. I thought I'll look at those.
They're large gold coins, they look like, with a big G carved into it.
G. I wonder what this means. Because
How
it
many
has a
coins?
G on it.
There is 4 coins.
And I said I said G as in the word, like G-E-E.
Oh, gee, okay. Yeah. I go 100%.
I believe if you're doing a medicine check, if you're an expert, you can make the DC 25 if you'd like.
Yeah, I might as well do that. I think I'm actually... Am I a master yet? I'm a master, so I think I can bring it up to 30.
Is it 35? Because it's 15, and I think it goes...
I think it's 50.
Because it's 15 by default.
Yeah, you've got that.
I'm gonna roll.
Treat wounds is what I'm doing.
Wait, I'm gonna roll a thing.
Ooh.
I'm gonna roll a lore.
Ooh.
On these coins, I'm gonna roll underworld lore.
Ooh.
That's
Okay,
smart.
if you're master, you can do 30 DC check.
I'm gonna go for a 30.
Okay.
Is this what your strike should have been?
I've stabilized already.
I'll wait. I will.
God, exactly 30.
Exactly.
So that's a regular.
Yeah, so it's a
I
regular
didn't crit
success.
on it,
So it says, medicine check, DC is usually 15, although the GM may give you difficult things. If you're an expert, you can instead make the DC check 20 to increase the hit points regained by 10. If you are a master and you do 30, it increases the hit points gained by 30.
Okay.
So it is 2d8 plus 30.
Awesome.
And I rolled a 29 on my underworld lore.
You are aware, ready for Krug to laugh, you are aware of a bounty hunter named Graves.
Why does this sound familiar to me too?
I see it.
Okay.
Looking back, I see it.
I have advanced first aid now.
So with that warfare lore, you are aware that there's a bounty hunter named Graves, and people that survive, that manage to survive, the rare that they do, are given coins, and they can go to like major cities, and there's like whole underground like black market society that will trade those coins in for gear.
Whoa. Robin, you're not going to believe this, but we kind of just did a jackpot.
37. Did we, babe?
37 hit points back.
Oh, yay.
And I think I can do this all day.
7?
Yeah, I rolled a 1 into 6, but I can do it again with assurance.
Wait,
I think.
did you say 37?
Yeah.
37.
Well,
so
7
plus 30.
7 plus 30.
Oh,
Because
okay.
she did 2d8 plus
Yeah.
30.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just barely below average.
Is it?
For
right?
who?
For 2d8.
For the. I mean, I guess
There's
'cause I rolled a
4 and
7 and a
4
1.
would
So.
be
Yeah.
It's a little bit below average.
It's a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not crazy.
Remember, average is half plus 1.
But we're gonna end today's session with Krug coming back to life barely, and we have whoever won the bet. You get something. I don't know what you all had in the pool. Krug is down. You all are aware that
League of
you all
Legends.
have a bounty hunter after you named Graves.
Why does he leave money?
Huh?
Because
do
he's
you know why he
impressed.
leaves money?
Because he's
Well-
impressed. He's like, you know what? Here,
You survived.
you survived. I'm impressed.
AKA, the GM knows that you're severely undergeared and needs to give you away.
Oh! Okay. I see. I was ready for this to be a fucking plot hook for down the line.
Oh, it's
Which-
gonna be a plot.
Graves is coming
okay,
back.
okay.
I'm gonna beat him so hard.
Have you
next
played the
time
Yakuza
if
games?
he's-
Huh?
You played the Yakuza games at all? There's a character named Mr. Shakedown who's this big tall guy you see you'll see him and then you can choose to fight him, and if you beat him up with every time he hits you you lose some money, but if you win you get a bunch of money from him. And it's a really funny aspect of it.
It reminded me
very
of
similar to
the
that.
Hades, or not the Hades, not Thanos. What was his name? The guy who carries you across the river. In Hades.
Thanaton.
Nope.
No.
Thanatos is the death guy.
Chiron.
The Chiron fight in Hades.
Oh, yeah,
He
yeah.
helps you, and then
Oh,
you can,
yeah.
you can
Yeah.
try and steal something, and he's just like, no. And then he takes you to this instance, just separate from the rest of the map, and just bodies. It's harder than
Yeah.
the final boss of the game. But if you beat him, you get a discount card, and then every time you go to a shop, he gives you a discount. It's fucking hilarious.
And you get the impression that he had a
Spoilers,
really
I
good time
guess.
fighting
Jesus.
you. Yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty old game now.
Anyways,
Sorry.
we're going to end
play
today's episode. Thank you all so much
Thank
for
you.
sticking with us,
Yes.
even through the technical issues that we had today. Until next week, Molly will be back with us next week, which
so
we
will
will find out what had happened to her, what had happened was, maybe she's a little bit more witchy when she returns.
Ooh.
Until then, everyone, bye.
Bye.